1, 2, 3. Whoa. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yo,
Give me a second, Black. Just give me a second.
why you tapping your own screen?
Because I feel like it. What you gonna do about it?
Oh, nothing. I was just asking why you were doing.
Why you bitch ass nigga?
Yeah, I am a nigga. I ain't a bitch ass nigga. He wouldn't say it in my face, bro. It's the internet though. You know, I be whatever you want me to
Just
be.
hold tight. Just hold tight.
Yeah. Where your bitch at? The Liberian hoe. Bro, you seem kind of obsessed with this prompt. You don't think? You just seem obsessed, my boy. What up, Paul?
What's going on, Black American?
What up, folk?
I could tell by the way you talk, man. You don't work hard. You don't
That
work
I
hard.
don't that I don't work hard.
You don't work hard. You don't work hard.
No, I don't work hard, but I make a whole lot of fucking money.
Let me tell you something, man. If you
Make
want to
a
be
whole lot of
successful,
money.
if you want to be successful in life, you must work hard.
I'm already successful.
I'm just fucking with you, brother. What's good with you, folks?
What's up? What's up, kinfolk?
This prompt crazy, man.
I know he obsessed. This is another obsessed African man. He if he could, he'll suck a black man's dick. You know what I'm saying?
Let's not do it. Ooh, come on, man. He already got his green card. He don't got to do all that, man.
But he would. He'll suck the white man's dick if it meant he ain't got to get sent back to his shithole.
Yeah, man. This is the thing about that, man. You know, like, okay, check out Somalia, right? Well, not Somalia, but Somalia. Check out Memphis. I mean, Minneapolis, right? You been there yet or nah?
Oh yeah, I know Minneapolis very well.
Man, I passed through there one time on work on Walmart, and them niggas is deep over there, right? And they got this shit on lock. They doing their thing, but you know they're not really from here, and there's already repercussions against them right now in this day and era, right? Correct?
Absolutely. And they don't work. They don't work in Minneapolis.
But
Them
check this out.
motherfuckers collect
We're getting on
welfare.
code right now, right? The family's getting on code heavily right now, and we from here. This is our shit. It's you know what I'm saying? Like it's they're gonna have to recognize, you know, where they really stand in society instead of projecting all this bullshit. They either gonna get down and lay down. And they always keep bringing up this stats like, oh, Africans or Caribbeans do much better than blacks or FBAs or whatever here. But that's only the cream of the crop. If you take fucking 43 million Africans and put them here, What you think gonna happen, bro? Who gonna do better than?
Even with they low numbers, they still not doing better than us. That's
Yeah,
just
that's
some
what they
bullshit.
say. Yeah.
You know, if they was really doing better than us, they'd just stay their little filthy ass in their country and do better than us there. But they can't. They not builders. They not innovators. That's why they still in huts and still don't have fucking toilets and running water. And,
They got
you know, the
toilets and
shit that
water,
we take for
right?
granted. You know, we wake up in the morning, turn the water on, go in and flush the toilet and shit.
Oh, wait,
You
they got
know,
no running water?
yeah, they ain't got none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we take the shit for granted. It's just normal everyday shit for us.
They don't have no running water over there. You sure? No.
Hell no.
Nah.
Yeah,
Hey,
them hoes don't even have 24-hour electricity, bro. For real. That's
I
just
heard
real
about
talk.
that.
Them hoes live off of generators. You
Damn,
want to get
Syria got
rich?
running
Get in the
water.
generator business in Africa. Cake, soap, and generators. You can make a killing in Africa.
That's another thing too, man. Like even with the Caribbean, like in Jamaica, they got all the roots and shit down there. They could get their herbal, business type shit on. But I don't understand why they don't do it. It's all right there for
Man, that's what I'm saying. These people are not. They don't see. We look at these people like they fully human, like they have a fully developed brain, but they don't. These are primitive people.
them. Damn,
You know what I'm saying?
like that, yeah.
We think like that because we come from a culture of building and innovating and shit like that and figuring shit out. These people can't figure out a motherfucking thing. I mean, if they could, they'll stop eating bushmeat and eating each other, and you know what I'm saying, shit like that. So
Lord, man. But now I just happened to pass by. I'm scrolling through rooms. I seen this bullshit up. I just wanted to fuck around real quick. Like, keep doing your thing, man. I'm gonna drop about this bullshit and find some other shit. Real talk.
already. Vibes know who I am. He knows who I am. He obsessed little African man. He's very obsessed with black people. He can't help himself.
Damn, this one of them niggas that get a white girl and go crazy, like that coach, huh?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what he want, but the thing is, they all afraid of going home. That's one thing they'll fight against, boys. When you tell them they got to get the packing, these hoes get scared. Like they wave they little shithole flags, but then when it's time for them to go home, they cry, kicking and screaming. No, please don't send me back. Please don't send me back home. I don't want to go.
Damn. Look, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. I'll holler at you, bro.
Really, bro.
Easy.
African mind, what's up? Since the obsessed host is out of commission, I guess. I guess he dropping a custom off in his Uber right now. I don't know what he doing, but it's
I'm finishing up this paper real quick. I'm gonna be a little bit busy. Decolonize Africa. I left you guys in charge. I put you guys as mods, so whoever comes in, just ask them for race, ethnicity, where they're from, and ask them questions. Black is a
race not even real.
FBA ideology. You already know.
FBA, nigga, I'm black. You not. You're a filthy African. I'm black. So what the fuck are you talking about some FBA ideology, nigga? It's a fact that I'm black and you're not. Simple. It's that simple. They like to cling on to the race shit, even though they don't have that construct in their countries, because it lets them come over here and cosplay as real black folks. They think we stupid. Nah, we ain't talking about no race. There's no such thing as a fucking race. Shit is fake.
Sister, I need a mod. I'm busy right now. Smart, can you handle this for me?
Sure.
Thank you, sister.
You sure? Because you know me.
Oh no, I got no. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm 100% sure. Start with Black America.
Okay. What's going on? What's the topic? Let me see.
The
Y'all know
topic
I
is
can't
a
read.
filthy African who is obsessed with black people. That's the topic.
Wait, what now?
This filthy African who's obsessed with black people.
What filthy African are you talking about?
Vibes, the filthy African who obsessed with black people.
How is he even letting you on here if you talking shit like that?
Because I keeps it 1,000. Unlike
No,
your
you
coon.
ain't keeping shit
Unless
no
like your
1,000.
coon ass, unless your tap dancing bed winch ass coming
Oh,
in here taking something.
you don't know
Yeah.
me. You
Yeah,
don't
I
know
know
shit
you.
about
You sound
me.
like an old bed
Fuck
winch.
you, you
You probably fucking
motherfucker.
stuck on Africans. And now you in
You
here taking
stupid,
something.
cause that's your
Yeah, fuck out.
ancestry,
My
you
ancestry ain't no
dumbass.
fucking African, bitch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, don't
Fuck you
nobody
think
want
you
to
talking
claim
to,
your
you old
ignorant
hoe?
ass.
You old
You know, I know he.
but old
See,
hoe.
I don't give a
You
fuck
ain't nothing but
about
an
you.
old dirty skank hoe.
Okay. He messing with the wrong one. Now, let's see what kind of African you are now. Okay, panel, what's up? Let's go. Nobody needs that kind of ignorance. I don't even know how he let your ass be up here. I'm not. So, you gonna talk about me. You don't know a goddamn thing about me. So, let's see. You can go say that shit somewhere else. 'Cause ain't nobody got time. Okay, baby. What's going on? Who else would like to make a comment? Hello? See, I told you, Vibes, I'm not having it. Ain't no way. This asshole sitting up here saying all that. No. Go spew that shit somewhere else. Nobody has the time of day. So, who is under me? Would you like to say something? Oh, you on teacup. Okay. Well, hello everyone. Anybody else like to come up? Let's see. Where am I? I don't know. Is there someone that wants to come up? Okay, is there any other folks that would like to come up? Who is this right? That's not saying anything. Decolonizer, would you like to make a comment? I guess not. See, Vibes, I told you, I know you didn't know. Everybody's left, but ain't no way I could sit up there and listen to that fool. So, I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, sister. I gotta get this paper done. I gotta turn it in. What's her name? Trouble wanted to start a live. She said she was gonna come up here. I said you gotta handle it yourself, you know. So, but she hasn't showed up.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, honey, well, go on, get off. If you got something to do, honey, do your thing.
No, I hear you. I know she wants to. You know, she doesn't have a live on her own, so she likes to use the. Sometimes I just let her get up here and do her thing. You know, give her some
Who is this?
experience on the live. Trouble, that some Holly girl.
Oh,
You've met
okay.
her
I don't
before.
know if I know her. As long as it's not that other one, honey, I'm good.
Oh yeah. You
You know, I'll be
yeah,
gone
Divine. I forgot about that.
because I've been trying to be nice with her, but baby, I can't do it. Like I'm too
Yeah, you can
old.
only
I don't
turn.
fuck with people that I don't like or I don't that don't want to fuck with me. So
Yeah,
she's so fucking pretending and gone. I can't. So you know.
yeah, and she's feisty too. You know, she don't.
Call me all out of my name. She better be glad I was in a good mood those 2 days because I would have cussed her ass out from Genesis to Revelation. You know, so you know I can, but I try to hold back, especially on somebody else's life. But
Yeah,
you know,
facts. I appreciate that. Yeah, I
mhm,
try to nip it in the butt as quick as I can too.
and you're always nice about it. I'm cool. Look, you can go be a goddamn bicycle for all the fuck I care. You know,
I
go on, do
repeated
you,
that saying, Smart. Like last
huh?
week, I repeated that saying. You could be a bicycle.
Right. Good. Let it get done. And I've been repeating your fear of being African too.
The
People love
acronym.
it. Yeah, go ahead, but don't be disrespectful for folks that don't agree. And the
Right.
fact of the matter is, so what? If you are you gonna get a damn cookie? I don't give a fuck what tribe, what that you don't know shit about. You know, you ain't got a TP, a arrowhead, a pot, nothing.
No, and it's crazy now. It's they claim it's all backwards, Smart. Like
Yep,
Egypt is here,
yep,
slavery happened the other way around.
right.
It's just completely upside down. So I
It
don't know what,
is.
it's hard to go along with it. Sometimes I am too nice and I do, I don't want to cut anyone off right off the bat, but
Who got time for bullshit? And see, that's where I'm at. If
especially
you're
with
not coming up here to give some facts or educate somebody, and you coming up here being stupid, like you said, you let them say. But when you see they get going off the reservation, it's time to go. Cause who was that fool that was down there talking about you?
Oh yeah, Black dude, that guy's a menace. Menace. What did he say to you? I can already imagine.
Oh, he started up when I said, "Who you fuck you talking about?" When he was talking about you, this African that's obsessed with
Oh
what?
yeah.
And then I forgot what he called me. Well, you old bed wench.
Oh yeah.
It was
Get
some
rid of
shit
him
he
as soon as he
said.
starts talking his shit. Get rid of him.
Yeah, motherfucker, you don't know me. And that's what I said. Well, okay, we gonna see. Disconnect. Fuck you. And your mama too. So,
They've been trolling me, Smart. They've been clipping me and they've been taking my prompts and posting it on there. And look, I'll show you one of them.
what?
Oh yeah, they're mad at me.
Why?
Because of what I talk about. Was this it? No, this isn't it. Sorry. They took my prompt and reposted it and added a bunch of other stuff to it.
Oh, they full of shit. What, these FBA motherfuckers?
Oh, it's not here. Okay, it's on my other phone. But anyways, they took this prompt and then they added stuff to it. Like, is this cool? He's talking about FBAs, and they re-edited it to fit their narrative or whatever.
Right.
And then just having panels on me. Nicole sent me everything that they were saying and stuff like that.
Well, then you're doing good. Because like my mother always said, is a po dog won't wag its own goddamn tail. The fact that if you just so calm, you don't, and if people talking about you, you doing the right thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you really ain't about shit, nobody cares. So they won't say nothing.
Here I am, Smart.
What?
I'm part of the Pan African host. I can't even read it at the top. But here, you see my profile on the bottom right.
What?
So you gotta.
Pan African. They got to fucking be kidding. I'm surprised my ass ain't on there then. You know, I wish the fuck they would. Well, he wasn't gonna hardly sit up here and talk about you while I'm in here. Oh, hell no. I don't play
Yeah,
that shit at all.
yeah. I think I roasted him on his panel. That's why he was trying to get his lick back or something.
Man, please. These fools. You know, I know I'm older and I'm supposed to be an elder and this, that, and the third, but that's the point. As an elder, and I can see through all your stupidity and ignorance. No, we can't let it go. See, for too long, black people do let shit go because we black and you know the white man is
We should
beating
lead
us
by
up enough.
example. Blah blah blah.
Huh?
We should lead by example. Blah blah
Right, all
blah.
that old bullshit. Well, I'm leading by example by cutting your ass off and cussing you the fuck out. How about that? You know, how dare these people? They so dumb. You know, it's just we just gotta leave them. We all ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? So
so
it's
true.
okay.
Yeah, that's so true.
They got to go because you're in the fucking way, and you just doing some white tea supremacist shit that you don't even see yourself doing. You know what I mean? And then you want to call yourself a FBA. You stupid motherfucker. Ain't nothing foundational about your ass. How can you be foundational when you was brought here against your own will? How fucking stupid is that? Okay, new guest. Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna hurry up and finish this, Smart. I promise.
Okay, take your time. Hey, whoever it is, because I sure in the hell can't see your name. How
Well, how
you
you doing,
doing?
smart sis?
I
doing
am
fine.
fabulous.
I'm observing the prompts, and I'm observing like the Epstein files, and I'm looking at Trump and who's this guy at the bottom? I don't know.
Tariq
I'm trying.
Nasheed.
Yeah, Tariq Nasheed. Okay,
Mhm.
and this is he's Tariq Nasheed is one of Trump's dogs, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, well, basically in the sense that the whole FBA movement that's going on right now, you know, is kind of like it's being white supremacist in its work. You know what I mean? Even though they're trying to say they're foundational black Americans, the fact of the matter is a lot of stuff they spew. If you didn't know they was black, they standing up there sounding like Charlie Kirk. So what? So to me, that is you're just a tool. You're a tool being used by YT supremacy, and they can't see that.
Well, I understand that you're saying that they can't see it. Maybe they can't. Maybe they can't see it. I do know that certain aspects of the Trump administration, a lot of us kind of follow Wizzy, considering that of those who believe in what the Bible says. I believe in that aspect of it. Okay, that aspect of it, I'm in all agreement with it. What I'm
Like
not in
what?
agreement.
What do you mean?
Well, for one, two men can't have a child. Two women can't have a child, and
Nope.
that whole situation there, that just don't work. The last president kind of had that opportunity to say it was okay for a guy and a guy can go into that situation, or a girl and a girl can go into that situation. I personally don't agree with that. I don't think that's what it should be. I think it should be a man and a woman. I think that's what it should be. I think that's what the original, I would say the original parishioners
True.
who had came up. I think that they were saying that's how it should be. In that aspect of what if that's what the Republicans are going with, I'm in agreement with them. I'm not a Republican. I'm not saying that. I'm not a Democrat either.
But black
What
people are very conservative in a lot of ways.
I
Like you
totally
said,
agree.
when you talk about ABs, When you talk about, LGBTQ, a lot of black folks have very conservative standpoints. But the fact of the matter is, whatever your standpoint, that doesn't mean it's gonna go away. People gonna
I
do it.
agree.
They gonna do it any damn way. It's when we look at schmexual sin as far as how people look at stuff, it's a schmexual sin for the preacher to be screwing the whole front row of the choir too. But we don't
Well,
look
that
at it the
that
same.
well that I agree with as well. My thing is that I'm not in that sense of it. I'm not a religious person. I'm just going to do what that law says. The law that's contained in that book, I'm going to keep the commandments and I'm going to live. If I'm not doing other than the commandments, if I'm doing other than the commandments, I shouldn't be here. But if I am doing other than the commandments, I think I should be here and I should have a voice. And I think that this is a good panel for us to have that.
Yeah, well, we can. I mean, Vibes does all kind of stuff. Absolutely. A lot of times here lately, we just been talking a lot about, um, the whole FBA movement and how it's damaging to the black community. And a lot of people think it doesn't. It isn't, but it is. Because the same way, when you look at the whole, for example, you brought up the LGBTQIA. Now, I feel like if that's who you want to do, that's on you. I can't put you in heaven or hell. Now, you know that as a Christian. You know what I'm saying? However, it's not a natural thing because like you said, if two men and two women get together, if that's all that's going, the human race will cease to exist pretty quick, right? So,
Extremely quick.
that's my point that it's not so-called normal, or whatever. And what always used to bother me, and not all gay people fall under this, but if you are that way, then why do you still replicate a heterosexual thing? If you notice, two gay men, one of them is female kind of, and the other one is male. Same thing with lesbians. You got a stud and you got the lipstick, as they call it. I don't get that. What do you need to still have some, heterosexual roles if you are gay? I don't get that. But, it ain't up to me. Like I said, I can't put you in heaven and
I don't
hell.
either.
I have friends that are gay that I care about. I'm cool. That's you. That's you and your God. But where I draw the line with all of this shit is with children. Let a child be a child. They don't have to at
But
5
see,
years
I
old.
don't see how you can have that conversation with two gay men or two gay women if they both. I mean, they're not going to have a child.
Oh, they're
So
not. But I'm
it is
saying in
definitely
terms of
demonic and
how we
totally
teach
suspect.
children about it. That's all I'm saying. Or how, you got trans folks coming up, a gay big ass man with size 15 feet sitting up here talking about he a woman. I don't get it. I with children, I draw the line because you could go be whatever the fuck you want to be because it's gonna always be one. With a big ass Adam's apple and a 3-inch wrist, and sitting up here trying to say I'm a woman. My name's Alice. Come on. So I hear you, and I have a problem with that. I don't want that around kids. I don't want these so-called puberty blockers and shit. You came here with a penis or a coochie, and pick. Well, that's it. That you is still, if you're a trans woman, you still a man. If you're a trans man, you still a woman. Okay, so let's stop. God didn't make no mistakes, as you probably would say. So, it is what it is. But I'm glad that made you laugh. However,
I mean, how can it not make me laugh? I mean, if you're a guy, you know you're a guy. You
You're
know
a guy.
you're not gonna have preconceived ideas about
Right.
being a guy.
Right.
I mean, I
That's
know I
what's
don't.
misogynist and sexist about it. To me, trans women are the most sexist people on the planet because you are going to sit up here and tell me what you know what a woman feels like. No, you don't. You're a
I
man.
mean,
You're a chick with a dick. Sorry.
I mean,
You know what I mean? You know, what is a
when
woman? You know, a woman is an
when a man,
adult female, like they say, with large gametes. That's what a woman is. And you can't. There are women that look and act masculine. There are women that look and act what supposedly in quotes is what feminine is. But what is femininity? You know, that doesn't mean every woman looks or feels that way. So, as a man, you can't tell me how I feel. You'll never feel it because you're a man.
I agree.
And if you think cosmetics, putting on a woman's costume, getting you some boobs, doing your hair, doing your nails, doing all that's feminine, no, it's not. There's plenty of women that don't wear or do none of that shit. Ain't hardly got no boobs, flat chested. You know what I'm
Hi
saying?
everyone.
What are you talking about?
Got a new panel, a
Oh
new
yeah,
person on the
hi,
line. Yeah.
hello. What's your
Hi
name?
hi hi everyone. Hi you can call me MK.
Okay. So
Um
anyway, brother, you know we can go rounds and rounds on that. So I guess I better quit joking. But
I heard a
They
little
were
bit of
funny
what you had
jokes
to
though.
say.
I'm sorry.
I said I heard a little bit of what you had to say
Mm-hmm.
about the whole trans thing or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And my thing is this, right? Me personally, I'm not saying that you're not. I'm just speaking something completely isolated, which is I understand anybody wanting to do what they want for themselves. That's their life. However they choose they want to live their life,
Mm-hmm.
it's fine. Where I have an issue, don't come and trying to taint what we got going on for yourself. For
Right.
example, they'll say like like always the tagline is for every woman or something for every girl, something like that, right? Some trans people were trying to fight against that and saying that they get periods too and
Oh
it shouldn't
God.
just be for that. And I was like, and my best friend is gay. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
My best friend is gay. I don't judge people's sexuality. I look
Right.
at people as human beings. Whatever your sexual, because you don't know what I do in my bedroom. I might
Right.
do some real nasty, crazy stuff that that's unethical. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna judge anybody for this, for what they want to do in their. So, anyways, I'm saying all that. I'm saying all that to say, when you come in and you think that, and then they start saying that, you guys are mad because we look better than y'all,
Oh
and that's
no.
why you're upset. And I'm like, you can never look better than the blueprint. What are you
No.
talking about?
Thank
Okay,
you.
some of them
Why you
need to
trying to
just
look like me then?
right. And my thing is,
Mm-hmm.
your mannerisms, your cadence, all of that, you got that from what? A black woman.
A woman.
Even the trans white tea people, the trans
Right.
Hispanic, all of them, they all emulate the black
Black
BLK
woman.
woman.
They do.
You know.
They do.
So and I tell
And
and
my
I
whole
like
thing,
that.
we have a right to have all female spaces. I'm sorry. It just is
Yeah, I
what
don't
it
want no
is. You
man.
coming in our
No.
locker room, hell no. What you say?
Exactly. I'm agreeing with you. I don't want no man up in my in the
Mm-mm.
bathroom. And some guys will use that for predatory nature.
They could. They
Like me,
could.
like I don't even let my little brothers when they were younger. I didn't let them use the like anytime they're in the men's bathroom, I would watch them at the
Right.
door because
Be
I
at
don't
the
trust
door.
men.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Because
I don't
it's
trust
too
them.
many predators.
Okay, and that
Exactly.
sounds like
Absolutely.
that sounds like an invasion of privacy, don't you think?
Absolutely. Because what
It
if,
it is it
okay,
is it
I
is an
have
invasion.
been SA'd when I was 6 years
And I
old.
don't.
Now, I've worked through my stuff, but if I'm
I'm
in a
sorry to hear
woman's
that.
bathroom and a man with a big old schlong walks up in there, what I could be traumatized. You know what I'm
I can
saying?
I can respect that position, especially if he's in a woman's restroom. Because I'm
Right.
on when when we go to a a outing or a store or something like that, on the doors it would show a man with straight legs and it would show a woman with a dress.
Right.
Now I don't know how many sisters these days will wear a dress. I know I done seen a lot of them with pants on,
No,
but
we still wearing
I
dresses.
I hope so, because that's who I want to be with. I don't want to be with a woman that's wearing pants and I'm wearing pants, because I will never ever wear a dress, because that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to
No,
be
Wait,
you're
wait,
me.
wait. So
not.
you think a woman wearing pants is masculine?
The Bible says that you shouldn't put on a man's garments, and nor should a
But the
man
only
put
thing
on a
about
woman's
that, brother,
garments.
back then they were in dresses. They didn't have pants. If you
And
look at it,
back then
Jesus
they
with
weren't
I think
able
robes
to
and
those
break
was
stuff
the
on,
robes.
rules
I
that
don't
anyhow.
think
ain't
they were
that's
dresses. I think
not
they were
pants.
robes.
Huh?
I think they were robes. I
They
think they
were
were robes.
robes,
I don't think they
right.
were
So I mean
dresses.
technically you could say that's a dress because it wasn't pants. So to
No,
me, I
I
look at it
won't say
like
that,
this.
because the Bible didn't. The Bible didn't
But
say,
in
oh,
the
but it's okay if
Bible,
you
we
wear
got to look
robes.
at the Bible, our books of history, of wisdom, Jewish law, all that stuff. So a lot of times, brother, today, I mean, it says you should stone people that are adulterers. We don't do that. It's a lot of stuff in Leviticus or whatever that
Well, we
deals with a
should.
lot of this stuff that we don't do now. We're not supposed to eat shellfish, and it's a bunch of stuff.
And
But
we
we,
don't.
we kind of pick and choose what we want to do and what we don't want to do. So now we're
Well,
not
that's
gonna get
kind of
it up
between
here.
that's between you and what you believe and what you think the word is saying to you. If it's not word for word and absolute and on point for you, then it's not. It is or it isn't. Either you're
No,
gonna wear a
no,
dress or
but
you're
I'm
gonna
just
wear
saying the
pants.
interpretation and things, of okay, for example, when the Bible says the man should be the head, or whatever. But when you look into the translation and look at the words that were used, the
Uh
original
huh.
word said meant arche. We think, oh, that's the head, like the archangel or the head. But no, it really means the first to go into battle. When you do the deep dive on the wording. So we can go, baby, I can hang. We can go rounds and rounds on this stuff, but that's just it. It's like you said, what your interpretation and how you feel about it and how you live it or whatever, that is totally up to you and how you do it. But what we can't do all the time is apply how we interpret it to everybody, because everybody does get different interpretations. Some people
I
take the
agree that
word
people have
literally,
different
word for
interpretations. Yeah.
word, and it's not true. Wait, what?
I said I agree. What you're saying made sense. I think everyone has their own interpretation.
Right.
Mine will be different. I mean, I'm not gonna wear a dress. I'm
Of
not gonna
course
wear a
not.
skirt. I'm gonna wear
But
pants.
some of us
Right.
have
That's
to
my
wear
example
pants.
to
But
Some
those
of us
who
have to wear
who
pants for
wants to know.
protection. You
Well, I
know.
respect that too. I respect that
right.
too,
And
because
it's okay.
if you in a different environment, some environments require for you to do that. Some environments require you to wear, well, for me to wear 2 or 3 layers of pants. I'll do that, but I'm not putting on a skirt. I'm not putting on a kilt, because I think a kilt is a skirt. So
It is.
But you do understand, and I'm not trying to generalize, but you do understand that men, and I'm sorry to say this, a lot of men are brutal. Men even grape other men, their friends, in instances where they're together and things like that. So imagine us women, how vulnerable we are in those instances. Like, some of us have trauma to the point where it's like, I have to wear pants. Yeah, maybe I wore skirts before because I was being feminine, like girly and everything like that. But like, that's easy access for people that don't know how to restrain themselves. You
Well,
know.
I
that
see
is
your
true
position.
too.
I do. I do. I see your position, and,
Mm-hmm.
and and I acknowledge it. I understand what you're saying, but I'm not gonna say for my daughter. I'm not gonna put my daughter in some pants. I won't do that, because that's not what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to wear a skirt or address.
Yeah, there's
Now,
some people that are
what
not
I
raising
pray I
their
have
sons
is an
out there
older
well.
brother. I pray I have an older brother or an older son that can teach and guide those men with those hormones, because I think that's where we're headed. If they have those hormones, we can guide them away from that reality, because they're not going to do that to my daughter, and I'm not going to allow them to do that to one of their cousins or one of their sisters or anything like that. We're not going to have that, because that's not what it's about. What we have to understand is that we're putting out a position for our children, because in our children is our immortality. We live forever through our children. And if we kill ourselves now, we can't have children. Two men can't have a child. Two women can't have a child. But a man and a woman
Naturally.
can, and a woman and a woman and a man can have a child.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think the Bible is saying to us. No offense, I don't want to get on a soapbox, but I wanted to let
You know,
everybody know
sperm
that
can be
that's where I'm coming
manipulated,
from.
right? You know, here's the thing, right? This is why we have the issues that we do. And I'm not a feminist, by the way, right? But I like to objectively have certain conversations. You
All
do
right.
understand that if we decided to not have children with you guys, just in just one generation of us decided not to have children with you guys are done. There's no more men. No more men at all. And you know that there's more women than there are men on this earth, right?
I agree.
But it's more
I mean,
men
that's
born. More
to me
male
that
babies
balances
are born, but they
No, 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 no. More
unalive.
female
to
babies.
me that
More
balances that
female
we have
babies
more
are born.
choices.
No,
No, it's female babies.
no.
Are you
Not
talking
the
about
stats I've read before.
Statistics.
A
Hey,
lot of
Parker, how you
women,
doing?
boys don't make
Hey,
it. Wait, we got a new big guest. What's up? What's your name and your age and your race? Ooh, he's on teacup. What's your age, race, and race?
Black,
Okay. Age?
38.
Okay. Though we're not speaking to the prompt at all, which we got to go
Yeah, the
back
prompt
to.
is that prompt is crazy. I don't know what that's about right there, but
Oh,
what
it's about Tariq Nasheed being, run
oh,
by
okay.
A
white
heathen.
supremacists.
Yeah, so y'all not part of the FBA fan. Y'all not the FBA
Oh
family. You
no,
mean to
I'm
say?
not. Mm-mm.
Where you from? I see the flag, but what is that?
I don't have a flag.
Tell me.
I'm a Pan Africanist person
Oh, that's
personally.
no. I'm talking
Okay.
about Mama Maku. I can't pronounce your
MK.
name.
You could just call me MK. I'm Tanzanian.
MK. Oh, what's up, MK?
Yeah,
But
I'm a
you was
tether and an anchor baby.
you are okay. That's what's up. You from New
Oh,
York?
I'm sorry?
You from New York?
No, I'm from DC.
You DC? Okay, that's what's up.
Girl, don't call yourself that.
No, I have to, because like that's when they get all happy. They're like, oh my god, she's admitting it.
I mean, it's just a term, you know where that's from. You know the movie that's from, right? So that's where it comes from. But
I
anyway,
don't even know. All I'm
What
saying is
movie?
I love my African
you
American
you ain't never
people.
seen that movie
Like,
Us?
that's all I have to say about that.
You never seen
I
the
don't
movie
know where this
Us?
FBA is coming from, but I love African Americans. Like, I love them as much as I love my African brothers and sisters. Like, that's just me, but they don't like
Where are
that.
you
So
from, sis? Or why are you a tether?
She's from
I'm
DC.
a tether because my parents had birth. I'm a tether and an anchor baby because my parents had me here, and I've been here since, and apparently they fled to come here. And
fled,
keep in
fled.
mind, they think that everybody's family is just so poverty stricken, and it's like, no, it's not even like that. My mom literally came here on a plane, not
Where your
fleeing.
people's from?
Tanzania. She got a green card lottery to come to
Okay.
America,
Shout out to
and she's been.
Tanzania though.
Thank you.
All right.
She got a green card lottery. She wasn't trying to come here. She played the lottery. She won the lottery. She came here. She had me, my brothers, my sisters, and we moved. And and like I said, I don't know where this FBA hatred is coming from. I've been here I'm 31 years old. So I
Oh,
went to
cool.
school here my whole life. I've never went to school in Africa, Tanzania to be specific. So, and I've been around my African American people. Yeah, were they calling me African booty scratcher and shit like that? Yes, they do. But do I hold it against them? No, I don't. We were kids. We were
Well, like you
children.
You good? Don't let it mess with you, man. You know it's hot right now. You
Yeah,
know the delineation is in full swing. It's hot right
It's
now, so you
crazy
know.
because it's
you
like,
won Monopoly right
and,
now.
and, and you know what? I was talking to a couple of, I'm on another panel and I was like,
Mhm.
we should come up with some bread. Everybody put up some bread and take like 2 FBAs to one of our countries, right? Because the truth of the matter is, the same way in America you have good parts and bad parts is the same way in Africa as well.
Of course.
People will go to
Anybody with a
Africa.
brain cell
Hmm.
But
should know that.
it's
You
just
know,
hot
and
right
that's why I
now.
don't understand this shit, because the bottom line is we're all of African descent. That's my thing. One way they wanted to delineate supposedly because of reparations. You know, you have to prove, since they're trying to say they're a lineage and not a group of people. Okay. So if your lineage is of African descent, which is what you need in order to get reparations, because reparations are supposed to go to the people that are the descendants of African slaves, but you're not African.
No, it
Then
don't
what
go
the
Exactly.
like
And if
that.
fuck?
That's
any of
not
you
how it
Then
guys,
I
go.
guess you don't get no
can, I'm just gonna.
No,
reparations then.
that's not how it go. It's the people. It's a nationalistic thing for people from here, not the descendants of African slaves. That's not how it go.
But if they're using the delineation to make sure that they
Hmm
are eligible for reparations,
You
so
only
then therefore
you
that's why you are separating yourself from everybody
you're
else.
eligible by paperwork. So the paperwork goes. It's on the website too. They got a whole website for this. But you're eligible by paperwork if your family can trace their census back. Trace their lineage back to the 1860 census, 1865 census. Then you're eligible for reparations. That's
But
it.
that's because of chattel slavery.
It's because of a lot of things. But yes,
You
chattel
know,
slavery is just
but
one of
then
them. Yeah.
what is the fucking point?
What do you mean? What's
The
the
fact
point?
of the matter is, our labor was foundational to this country. We are not foundational, because if you were brought here against your will, then how are you foundational to this country?
You still built it.
Your labor did, but
The labor and the
you
people
didn't
still
create
built
the
it.
Constitution. You're still 3/5 of a man. You
No, no,
did
no, no, no,
not
no. We're
write
talking.
any of
They're
these
just talking.
laws.
No,
You
no, you're
didn't
going.
do none of that shit.
You going too far. We're talking about the labor that's not been paid back. Look, like I told you, they
We
got a whole
know
website.
that,
Hmm
but that's my point. You can't say you're not African
Okay,
and
you
then
back
want to
on.
talk about reparations. That makes
You
no
gotta drop.
sense.
You gotta drop the African thing, and nobody's saying that they're not African either. That's it's an
Well, you
amalgamation,
fear being African. That's what
huh?
FBA is
It's what?
in my book. What the
It's
fuck
Oh,
else are
Foundational
you?
Black American FBA. Okay, okay, I get it. I get it.
yeah.
Where else
You
did you
get it. It's
come
in the
from?
name. It's in the name, man. So you know.
Yeah. I mean,
But
I
I mean,
understand it, but I understand it. Just like the sister that was just here, she left, but I wish she had stayed. Um, she was saying that we're pretty much the same people. You
We
know, it's just the
are.
landmass and water. There's water that's in the way. We move the water out the way, which is going to happen in a few. Is the way that they've been saying from what I've understood.
but,
That's going to happen. Then once that happens, then pretty much this part of the globe that we're on is going to be connected to the same part of the globe that allegedly we were taken from.
but see,
So if we
yeah, yeah. We're going
go
about
ahead, go ahead.
it's
Well,
all
this
about. I
one
mean,
brother a
I don't
long
to cut you
time
off, but
ago said the blood that unites us is thicker than the water that separates us. How about
yeah,
that?
Makes it
yeah. That's a good
that
quote. But we're
that
talking
sounds
about just
good.
straight paperwork. This is focus on
Who
the paperwork
cares?
part of
The
it.
paperwork belongs to the white man.
No, the paper is the documentation. Like,
So,
don't get into
okay, so you document yourself and prove that your ancestors were of African descent. So now what?
who built the country. Yes, they got to get paid back for their labor. That's the whole point.
But my point is, but then why are you trying to separate and differentiate yourself from
It's
the
already
people that
separated.
you came from?
It's already separated by the paperwork alone. It's already separated. You talk about 400 years of separation off top. So that's 600 years if you go back
Separation how, sir?
from people who built the country and people who were immigrants. Again, this paperwork's only going back to 1865. You see what I'm saying? You talking about we are from the same, place thousands of
We
years ago. Yeah, that
are.
Okay, yeah, that might be true, right? But that's we're talking about a specific time period and specific people.
But it doesn't make sense.
It
Cause
does make
can you prove
sense.
how many black folks, Shaquita and Dante don't have halfway know who their grandparents were. Les Moore tracing some shit back that far. Are you
If
serious?
where are you
But
from
see
right now?
that
Let me see. What state you from
What
right now?
difference does it make?
I'm gonna prove something to you. What state you from?
What state do I live in, or what
Well,
state was
let's
I
say
born in?
let's say you were born in Alabama, right? If
I
you were
was
to go
born in
search,
Tennessee.
perfect.
all
Let's say you
right.
were born in Tennessee, right? And you track your lineage back to the 1865
What if
census.
I can't?
You can, and everybody can. It's documented. All this stuff is documented. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's where that's where the core of the reparation movement is in these documents
But
from the
how can
people.
you want reparations but you don't want to be African?
Forget about the African. That's
That is
inconsequential.
part of it. It's going
It's
back to
not part.
descendants
It's
of
not.
African slaves. What the
This,
fuck else are you doing?
but you're trying to include Africa in it, like that.
You
That's not
are
the
from
crux of
of
it.
African descent.
Okay, everybody's from
You
African
can't
descent.
separate yourself talking about who's a tether or whatever
Oh my
because
God,
they dropped them off
I,
first and then they
I
came
think
up here
I
and
think you're
dropped
trying to
us
get
off.
and I feel you because you might be tied emotionally to the black people, around the diaspora, which is
I
cool,
am, as we
and I get
should
it.
be.
But I'm saying we just talking about straight paperwork here.
I
This is a
don't care
paperwork
about
thing.
that, sir.
I know, but you want to know what the
What
reparation is. I'm
paperwork?
telling you.
Like I said, that's still using the white team. If your family
Oh
didn't
my
keep a
God!
strong family history, you
Listen,
going
it's
back to
on
census
paper.
records, to birth death records, to going to cemeteries. I get it.
Yes.
But all of that does not matter in the sense that we still are of African descent. I
Okay.
don't give a goddamn
I'm
how
going to say
much
this.
paperwork you
One
do.
is tangible and one is intangible. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The
some
paperwork is
of it. Do
tangible.
you know how many people will not be able to do that?
I did it. You can do it. If you try to do it, you'll be able to do it. It's on record. It's a meticulous record. You got to go through and search. You could probably go back to
I
the
You
understand
gotta
1700s.
that.
get your
So
search
if
on.
I trace my heritage back to that year that you're
Hmm.
saying, and it
Yes.
proves that my ancestors
And
were of
further, yes.
African descent,
But it proves that they were
that's
the
the
here, the
point.
foundation of the builders of the country. That's what we're talking
But
about.
our labor was the foundation.
The
You
labor is the
still
people.
three
You
fifths
keep
of a
talking.
man in the
That
goddamn
doesn't. That doesn't.
Constitution. So
None of
how am
that
I
matters.
foundational that way?
None of that matters. None of that matters. You
Oh
talking
yeah,
to?
all the other paperwork you just said matters. Then the
Ah.
main constitution of that is the foundation of the country says we're 3/5. So
But
what's the what?
that's not the that's been amended. That's already been taken care of. That's
It
why I
ain't
say.
amended. It's still there. And if you're talking about
Okay,
the
look,
13th,
look.
14th, and 15th Amendments, you still 3/5. I don't give a
Okay.
fuck.
So guess what? You're gonna get 3/5 your reparations then, but you still gonna get it. That's what I'm trying to tell you,
Well,
man.
you ain't
Yeah.
gonna get no reparations if you keep separating yourself from the
We're
leverage
already
you could have.
separated.
We've
We're
been
already
fucking asking for reparations since 1865. Why would
no,
I,
no,
if
no, no,
I'm
no, no,
on
no.
top and I'm running shit and
Hmm.
I owe you a debt, which they do, but what
Yeah.
leverage do you have to make me pay it?
So
What?
we're
That's.
supposed to
I
just give
think
up?
that's where the. I think that's where the hammer hits the nail.
Thank you.
What
You
can
need
we do to
leverage. And
make
guess
them
how
do
you
it?
can get leverage if we are
Okay. Well, so when
connected
they
to
were,
our
but let me ask you this.
motherland
So when
and the
they were hanging black
resources
people all the way up
thereof.
to 1965. What levels did they have for the Civil Rights Act?
What you say?
So when they was hanging black people hand over fist all the way up to 1965, what levels did they have before the Civil Rights Act?
That's different. You begging for some money. And don't get me wrong, it's a debt that's old. But hell, black folks getting unalived in a tree right now.
Not hand
My
over
position
How
on
fist.
many
that.
have we
My
had?
position
It's
on reparations
53 is
has to
the
be
last
more than
I
just
heard in the
money.
last year or two.
Yeah, but it's not a
The
law though.
That's
our
a
Okay.
too
reparations
much.
position, family. I think our reparations position has to be more than just cash payments because the
Absolutely. And
reality is
then you still gotta have
reparations means
leverage. Why? When each
the
one of us, if
reparations
we
means
owe
to
a damn
repair.
bill and they call in the house trying to get their damn money, what do? Change our voice, say that person that ain't there. We don't pay it. We don't
Well,
pay
my
it
well,
because
my
we don't
position
have
is.
to.
Well, I
But the
understand you saying you don't
leverage
have to.
comes from our connection to the diaspora. Chinese people got their reparations because they got to fuck with China. Japanese people got theirs for the same reason. There's always
Because they
some
gotta mess
leverage
with them.
somewhere
Yeah,
you got to
yeah.
have in order to get your money.
Okay, so
So,
our question should be: what leverage do we have, or that we can conjure, or that we can create to put us in a
well,
position where they'll have to deal with this because they're not gonna. We're not gonna let this go
No,
because
yeah,
I don't
it's
believe in letting it go either. But what
we
I'm
can't depend
saying
on
is
anybody
you
from
gotta
the
get the
diaspora to
only way
sign
you
one.
gonna get leverage is you have to deal with your motherland who has the resources this country needs. Right now in Congo,
Africa,
I
yeah,
babies
totally agree.
is
but they're
digging
not in
for
control of the
cobalt
resources
that's
over
in
there.
this fucking
Yes,
phone.
they are.
Yeah,
Now,
but they're
if
not.
we were
They're not,
able to help
Yes,
our
they
own
are.
people and build with our own people, if they got the resource you want, then guess what? That's when the leverage comes. Because if we
Exactly
had
my
the right
point.
connections, they could say, you know what? We're gonna hold up on some of these shipments for a minute because y'all dogging
hold
out
up on
black
the
people.
shipments. Man, who's gonna hold up the shipments?
I'm
From who?
saying if you have a relationship with the people that have the resources, the
Those
people
people
that
who have the
have the
resources are the white
resources
people
are
here.
African
And
people.
no, they don't have no resources
And
over
there's
there.
people.
Are you
Yes, they do.
kidding me?
Yes, they do.
Okay, so who's the
Yes, they
African
do.
Where the
company?
fuck
Who?
you get rubber for your tires? Where do
There's
you
no
get the cobalt that's
Africans
in
in
this
head
phone?
of
What
those
about
positions.
diamonds,
Yeah, they're
gold,
there.
Yes,
all
there
kind of shit?
is.
You got to
There's
be kidding.
resources. Listen, there's resources in Africa, but the people in mining them are from Europe and America. There's white people with those companies.
Because they colonized your own goddamn people. That's why.
That's right.
Just
Yeah,
like they
That's exactly
colonized
it.
us
They
here.
didn't just when they brought us over here, when they brought
yeah.
some of us over here, they brought the best over here, the people who could do something. They didn't bring over a bunch of people that they made into what we are today. They brought people
That's
over there
true
that could
too.
do something. Those are the people that they took. Since they took them, they took their head away from them. Then it was just a body of people that was
But
over
they
there.
still
Now,
are
but
intelligent.
see,
Everybody
but
that
here,
works
no
toward
one's
being
saying that they're not.
independent
No
is
one's saying that they're
unalive,
not.
sir.
Here's my point. Here's my point. I'm coming. I'm coming to. I'm flying. I'm flying down. I'm flying down. Here's the point. Here's the point.
Okay.
Here's the point. The point is a brother named Captain Ibrahim Traore in
Yes.
hmm
Burkina Faso. They done made they before then France was sitting up there taking all of their gold.
Nope.
He started the thing going, and at one time it was only $1 billion that Burkina Faso was getting. When he jumped in there, he immediately switched that thing up, and all of a sudden they're getting 18 billion in the gold that they were
Right.
mining.
Or
Once
Mali
he
too.
decided
Mali and
once
Niger, the three of them.
once he decided to do that, all of the other people have started catching wind of it. I'm telling you, the future is going to be very, very bright
Exactly.
for Africa because Africa has all of the mineral wealth
Everything.
that the world needs.
Exactly.
The
Nothing.
world needs Africa. And if
Right.
Africa is saying, "I don't care what nobody say, we're gonna do it our way,"
Right.
everybody's gonna have to follow. They're gonna have to follow suit and jump in line because everybody got to live, and everybody's gonna want some of the mineral wealth that is in Africa.
Of
And if Africa
course.
says, "Well, I want you to deal with our people that you took from us 400 years ago. I want you to deal with the people that you done took and put in Brazil, the people that you took and
Right.
put in this area and that area." They're gonna have to contend with it. The
That's
thing
right.
is that we on this side got to be receptive to the brothers and sisters that's over there who want to make things going for them and keep it
Exactly.
going their way. And that's what I think is gonna be the
That's the
leverage that we
point.
need.
That's the
That's the
point I'm
leverage.
trying to
Oh,
make.
so they got a big
I
enough
land
army
my
to take over
plane.
Africa right now.
That
What?
that's what it's going to take because
Of course, it's gonna take Pan
what
Africanism. We ain't
that's
got shit right here. Now we got power if we would use it, but we so fucking busy. They're trying to divide ourselves. rather than unite with the people that can make a difference. Because like you said, Africa is on the come up. Need to grows right here. What the fuck we got that we control? We don't control shit.
We do.
We
We
don't have
control
the
our
means
vote.
of production of shit. We can't make a whole country built off of making some fucking shea butter and putting it in a jar selling it. When you get
We
through
can
talking,
engage
we own no
it
means of production at all. And brother,
when
don't
we.
even try it
Oh, I'm
because it's
trying it
true.
because we can, and because I can. This is what I'm saying to you.
Yeah,
Even though,
we can.
although
I'm
you
all
said that,
for that. I'm talking
although you
about to the
said
brother
that, and I
above you
respect it.
that wants to
Oh, disregard.
talk about all this FBA shit that has no
Well,
power.
we got to communicate with our FBA people so that they can understand where we're coming from because we're the same people. Because when they look at us on the Africa side, they're just going to see FBA. They're not going to see
No,
FBA
they gotta
and African
understand all of
Americans
us
and the
ain't
ones that
with
was once
that shit.
slaves.
No,
Well,
everybody's not with that, and the other people. See, what we got to stop
here's
doing
my
is making
position.
assumptions
Here
about
is
each
my
other.
position. Here is
What?
my position. I said, here is my position.
Go ahead.
My position is this. We have to communicate to each other that this is what our main end is. Africa's gonna agree with the end because it's gonna be in their interest. It's
Of
gonna be in
course.
we're gonna agree to it because it's gonna be in our interest.
Some of
We are gonna
us.
have the well, you can feel that way.
Some
We're
of
gonna
us have
we're gonna have a
intergenerational
level.
trauma, brother. That's why we
We're gonna
coming up
have a
with
level.
having this
We're gonna have a.
identity crisis all of a
Here's my
sudden.
position. Here's my position. If I can get it out, because I'm trying to land my plane, but I don't think you want me to go down there. I'm trying to land it. My
Gone.
point is that we have that would be the position that we need in order to have the level playing field. That way we can have some bargaining chips that we can talk to the people that don't want to give us anything because they think we should have been over here doing it. The rest of them that's over in Africa should be over here doing the same thing we're doing.
I
We got to
agree.
be able to position that. We have to position it to the position or to the point where they're saying, well, we will give you what you need so that you can go ahead and do what you want to do because it's going to be in our best interest if you go ahead and do that.
I
Which
agree.
biblically, that's what it is. That's
I
what we got to
agree.
do.
But FBA people don't agree with that.
That's unfortunate. We're going to have
Well,
to
it's the
communicate to them
truth.
in the best light. We will have to
Them and
communicate to them in the best
pretendians,
light.
between the two of them, I don't know what we gonna do.
Mm.
Because you laid it out perfectly. That's exactly what's happening. People going with the money. Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, the Sahel states now have their own independent financial. They created
They
their own currency. Then you
they
already
sure
know
did.
about BRICS. A lot of people are about to go with that. The American dollar ain't gonna be worth shit because it's based on
Well,
debt. It's not based on gold or money, real money.
well, over there in Africa, they call it the petrodollar. Because
Right.
at one time
That's
historically,
American.
they had to convert everything to the petrodollar,
Right. But
which
that's
was
not
good.
happening.
I think
They're
that was a good
changing
thing
it.
for us. They are changing it, and the thing is that they're changing it to where, well, we don't want to use your petrodollar.
Right.
We want to use our petrodollar,
Right.
and that's where they're at right now.
And they
And
can
I
back their
agree with
shit
that.
up. United
I agree
States
with that.
can't. We got so much debt.
Well,
Why you
we
think they
got
messing with
we got
Venezuela? Venezuela got
that's our
more oil than
situation.
Saudi Arabia.
That's our situation.
Okay,
That's our
exactly.
situation right now.
That's my
So
point.
if World War III comes out or bumps out over in Venezuela and we're in it, it's about that. It's about that oil.
That's
It is about
all.
that oil.
That's
And
all.
see,
It
the only
ain't no
reason why we're over there is because they got it.
D-Rugs and the cartel. That ain't got shit to do with it because United States is in bed with cartels. Because
You mean
any
cartel?
5-year-old can tell you who the dope man is on the street.
Well, I
For
know who's
real.
distributing it. I don't know how it got here because we
Well,
don't
you
own any
know,
boats.
somebody let it get here.
We don't own no. If we don't own no boats, why are the majority of us going to jail for it?
Right.
That's
We don't
something
have
we
no
need to
boats.
address.
We don't have
We
no
need to
planes. We
address
don't
that.
have none of that stuff.
So
None
if we
of
don't
it.
have those things, why are we all going to jail? We
Because
going
the
to jail
prison, the
because
jail, the
they
school to
no. It's
jail
here's the
pipeline.
situation. They take the thing and they put it on the boat. They take it off the boat and give it to us, and we running around the street like we the man, and we doing the thing, and we
Right.
taking care of our business. The only problem is they know you're taking care of business and they want to stop you from taking care of business.
Yes.
If you're going to have some business, they want you to have it in the prison. They don't want you to have it on the
Well,
street where
that's
you can do something
modern
better
day
for yourself.
slavery. Because that's the other thing. People talking about the Constitution. It says that if you commit a crime, you can be made a slave again.
And
So what
that
the
can
hell?
never
Look at that.
happen.
This is modern day slavery.
Well, I got a
Going to
feeling you're right.
jail. That's what it is. It's right there. That's what it
I'm not going
says.
to. Well, I'm not going to jail.
Well,
So
I
they
hope
got
not.
they got to find another way to put me there. They got to literally come in
Well,
here
it's a
and take
lot
me
of
to the
people
jail.
that is
'Cause I'm
easy
not going.
for them to go there. Why did
Can
they
I,
put
can
CRACK in our community? That was put there purposefully, and they've proven that and talk about it. And then we sitting up here talking about we need to delineate. Are you kidding me? That's the whole point. Everything you said was true, and that's the route, if we're smart, that we will
We are
go.
smart. We
You
are
know,
smart.
a lot of us are. Don't get me wrong. I am not an anti-black person. Trust and believe you me. All I'm saying
I
is
hear
those of
sentiments of that
us
though.
gotta wake up and understand business, understand how it works, understand what we need to do. We've done it before, and you see every time they done burnt down every black city that was successful like that. What we got to do is learn from history. Okay, this time you're not burning shit down. You're not touching our shit. And you're
Well,
not
if they
gonna
burn
get there
ours,
if you're sitting up
if
there
they burn
sniveling
ours,
up
okay.
behind white folks.
If they burn ours, what else? What do we do then? If they burn ours, do we
Yeah.
burn theirs?
No, you can do other things.
where what I've said is like this is why I'm doing what I'm doing, right? I'm a Kikuyu, okay? It's an East African tribe, all right. You know, I'm in the midst of doing what I have to do for the diasporans to integrate there. So here's the thing. The only way we're going to pigeonhole them to force them to give reparations and what it is that's needed then is to have something that's not touchable it can't be in America. Look, we can have things here. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying people have to relocate. I'm not saying none of that. You have to have something that they can't just come and touch
Right.
whenever they want. That's the only way you're going to pigeonhole.
Mm-hmm.
And then the way to do that is then what? Is through integration, is through coming into a kingdom, going through rituals that you're accepted by the elders and the people there on the ground in Kenya. And then what happens? Then we start to have leverage.
Well, see, the thing is,
That's
sir,
why people
I
think
appreciate your position. That makes a
I'm
lot of sense. But I'm thinking that the way that may not work is because it seemed like
there
it
you
has
go.
been
You're already
tried
being
before.
doubtful. You're already being
It's
doubtful.
you call it how you see it, but
It's
what
not
my
been tried
position is,
before. It's not been tried
my
before. What
position
I'm
is
doing has never been
I think it
tried
has.
before. No, it
I
hasn't.
think it
No,
has.
not on the
I think it
scale we
has.
It
need
has
to.
not. Nope. What
I
I'm
think it
No, it
doing,
has.
hasn't.
nope. What I'm doing has not been tried before. Absolutely not. No
Note that
way.
I'm saying I think it has. I didn't say
Right. You
it
think it
has.
has,
I
but
said
it
I
hasn't.
think it has.
Right.
Because you were over there and you were given the position to do what you had to do. Not you yourself, but the establishment that was in the past. They tried to do those things. And each one of them who got ahead, those on the Africa side decided, well, we might want to do some things that's beneficial for our people. Each time that they did that, somebody decided, well, let's get a coup together and let's go ahead and unalive him. That has happened. That's the aspect that I'm speaking of. I'm not speaking on the fact of what you're saying, because what you're saying makes a lot of sense. What I'm trying to say is, or what I'm saying is that we've tried that and that situation necessarily didn't work. So what we'll
No.
have to do now is listen. Let me fly. I'm flying a plane and I'm trying to land it. Can I land my plane?
You
Go
crash.
What I'm
ahead.
trying to do is say, or what I'm trying to say as an option Not to say that this is what we're doing. As an option, we can come and we have those positions that are in place that if you do something over in Africa, it's going to affect what's going on right now in America. In order for it to work right, this is what we'll have to do. We'll have to do the things and put the measures in place to where it's balanced on the America side, just like it's balanced on the Africa side. That's what I'm saying. Now, one of those
Oh, so
opportunities might be
explain to
what
me, sir, not being.
Mateka is saying.
Well,
It
listen
might
though.
be what you're saying. That
It
might be
is
one
what
of the
he's
measures.
saying.
Yo, this
It can
picture is wild.
it can work in
This
Vibes.
what?
it can work in tandem.
I cannot.
It can
Here,
work
wait.
in it can
Hold
work
on.
in
What are
tandem.
you
But
saying
then
up top? What's your
Chad,
name and age?
Chad,
34. My name is Certified Crash Out. But I was saying this prompt is wild vibes. Where you get this from?
He been used. He had a whole bunch of
he's got a bunch
alliterations
of
of this
them. Yeah,
prompt.
he's
I
probably got more we
cannot.
ain't seen.
It's funny as hell to me.
Is that supposed to be Tariq Nasheed?
Yes, it is.
I cannot.
Yes,
Look
it
at him
is,
bending
and
over
it's
for
the
daddy.
truth. It really
My
is.
question,
I'm sorry.
my
Please
curiosity
don't
on
let
that,
me go off on a tangent on him,
my question
because
on that, on this picture is, if that's Tariq Nasheed, in what sense is he? Because the picture says 1,000 words. What of those 1,000 words is Tariq Nasheed saying?
that
What
he's
is
a
he saying? What?
tool.
He's saying, I'm FBA. We're gonna delineate from these wild Africans. I'm no African.
Right, but still, when you break it all down, you still tethered to the white man. Basically, to use his words, I see. I'm in California, and I've seen Tariq Nasheed, and first of all, why you got an Arabic name? Let's first start right there. If you talking all this shit, but wait a minute before I go on a rant. Who's the new guest up top?
It's me. I'm just
What's your
listening.
name
Trouble.
and your age and
Oh,
race?
I'm 34. I'm black and Somali.
Okay.
Aren't you
So
a
we'll get
Peace to
moderator?
my Somalian sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. And we're not gonna be anti-Somali here,
No, we don't
unlike
have time for that.
the FBAs. I see that guy left, which I was kind of glad, but
No.
you know, um,
I could never be xenophobic towards someone from Somali because they literally right next to my mother's country. That wouldn't even make sense.
it doesn't make sense. Period.
Like most of them look just like my cousins,
Okay.
my family
Oh
members.
wow.
So like they
Oh
blend
wow.
so much with like Ethiopians. Maybe not to you, Trouble, but to me, like you really won't know the
We have a
difference till
long history.
somebody starts speaking a different language. That's really the only thing.
History.
Still somebody starts speaking a different language. That's really the only thing. That's not
Right.
why.
People think everybody in Africa look like Wesley Snipes. Come on now. That's the fucking problem right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I got jokes tonight. But yeah,
Oh yeah.
they
Except
don't
for me,
understand the
because I'm
genetic
indigenous. I'm not African.
variety.
I'm
You
indigenous.
got from light bright to dark as midnight. Come on now. And we sitting up here looking the same way over here. Same thing. And but then you want to sit up here and talk about we gotta delineate from what? I'm so sick of these need to grows and they identity crisis.
You need
I
to
don't know what
grow.
to do. Mm-hmm. Burnt down. Mm-hmm.
You're African?
Mm-mm. Exactly. Right. That's the leverage
That
I'm talking about. Right.
Or they'll try and do whatever. But come what hell may, I'm not going to sit and wait around and not set things up for my. See, this is about lineage and legacy. So if we don't do it now, then we're not going to have nothing left in for
That's right.
our
And the
descendants.
fact of the matter is, if we're bringing money to the country is going to be like, hey, we can work this out. You know what I mean? That's the whole point. There are 14, 15 African countries that offer dual citizenship. So what does that tell you? Take your black ass back there, buy you some land, build some stuff, handle your business. And the more we do that, the more connections that we have, the more that we trade with Africa and cut out the middleman. Okay, if you don't want to go there, that's fine. But while we're here, we can cut out the middleman and go straight to the country and work our deals out and do import export. There you go. Everybody wins.
Right.
Except the YT folks that's gonna try to throw a cog, throw a monkey wrench. You know how that go. But they're on the decline. That's what
But
we
they're
just
going to
keep.
do whatever they do. That's what we have to understand when it comes to the YT supremacy system. Then it's failing. It's been failing.
Thank you.
Imperialism and capitalism is failing. That's
Yes.
that's
That's why
circling that's circling the drain, right?
Right.
Somebody's already
at
hit
this point,
the flush. It's going down. So
Right.
yeah, at this point
go ahead, sis.
the capitalism, sorry I'm talking over you. The capitalism has to collapse and we're going to have to build from scratch. Like I don't know why, but I heard some people voted for Trump cuz they wanted to see the fall of capitalism, like deliberately, even though they don't care for him, because they're just tired of like how everything's been, and
Well,
they
we
want
got to
to do
figure it out
something
because if
else.
if it falls too crazy, our ass is gonna be hungry and nowhere to go like everybody else. You got to understand how to do it and build your own stuff. We can be a nation within a nation. That's
And
what you
Oh
and
got to
that's
yeah,
and
start
that's
thinking
the
of.
thing is
I
is then
think it's gonna
allowing
look.
ourselves to be open to then what our elders on the continent then have to teach us about how a community is ran,
Mhm.
and how a
I think it's
I
kingdom
gonna
is
just
look like
think
what happened to the
Americans, y'all
UK.
got to get more communal because it just seems very individualistic here
Oh, it
compared to
is.
other cultures in the diaspora, Caribbean, Afro Latin,
Mhm.
Africa. It's not very communal. And you know what really opened my eyes was that whole government shutdown situation. Like the men were getting on here, those FBA men. You know, actually, that's been a talking point on a lot of TikTok lives is that they're saying that the FBA community is neglecting the children and the women within the how do you say it, the movement.
Yeah.
They're saying that the men are in like the same red pill spaces. And what I'm saying about the government shutdown is they were literally celebrating the Black American women losing their jobs And then they were celebrating them losing food stamps. Like they didn't create no kind of food bank or, you
Nothing.
know, a
Talking
potluck,
shit.
nothing. They were here talking about paying $40 for some toto. I'm like,
Well,
what?
Tariq Nasheed was selling keychains. He is a fucking grifter from day one. You know, and I don't understand how people can't see that. You know, one of his first books was How to Be a Pimp. That's what
Exactly.
he started off with. Now,
Yep.
how are you gonna follow somebody like that when we got our own scholars that's already done laid everything out for us? You know, that he done sold Ogun juice. He done sold feminine napkins, talking about go with the flow.
Ew.
You
What
know what
the
I'm
hell?
saying? Anything you can imagine,
Oh my god.
this need to grow. And don't get me wrong, get your bag. I ain't mad at you. However,
Yeah, but it's a
his
detriment
wife
of
is
other people.
biracial, so he got a whole white woman sitting up in his house. So people that live in glass houses don't need to throw stones, is all I've
Yeah.
got to say. You know, how is
Mm-mm-mm.
that? What your kids looking like?
And
Your
now they're
wife
saying
biracial.
he doesn't want to be, how do you say it? They say he's trying to delineate himself from being the founder of the FBA movement. And you know why? Because he don't want to get in trouble for anything that comes out of it. Because I'm in panels, they talking about unaliving Africans and
Yeah. Well, he started
Jamaicans
that
and Puerto
shit.
Ricans.
And he ought to known it's that went out of control. And he trademarked FBA. So he can't fucking delineate too far.
Mm-hmm.
He trademarked it as a thing where he could sell shit. It wasn't trademarked like as an organization built to, you know, we're gonna build the black community and work toward reparations and blah blah blah. No. That's not what it was trademarked to do. He's straight up about social media and getting paid. And I don't understand how people can see that. Like I said, get your bag, but not at the expense of your own people. And if white folks ain't coming for his ass, don't that tell you right there? He ain't talking about shit. I mean, that
Mm-mm.
tells the whole tale right there.
Americans love being exploited, though.
Pardon me?
Americans love being exploited,
Oh,
though.
yeah, a lot of us don't know no better. Stupid. And we'll fall for any kind of bullshit. But when somebody on here trying to talk the truth and say what we need to do, like that brother that dropped, you know, or whatever, the fact that, or like the brother here talking about how we connect to our own people and build the thing. Why do you think they unalived every single fucking African leader that was about being pro-black? Kwame Nkrumah wrote the book United States of Africa.
They better not touch Ibrahim. I
They
swear
sure
on my
better
mother's
not.
life, that would break my heart.
All right,
I'll be ready to go really tear some shit
That's what
up
we
for
need to be
real.
doing. Black Americans, the diaspora, we need to be going to Africa and like helping him out. Like,
Exactly. And the other three states, he ain't
'cause
by himself.
you know
Niger
how
and Mali.
Ethiopia won
Mali
that
didn't
war.
cut shit. France is so through till it ain't even funny because
They
they
were
cutting a
able to
bunch of
get
shit.
all the weapons and stuff from Europe, and they use those same weapons against the European, against Italy. That's the same thing that
Right.
people need to do.
all right, how y'all doing? The champ is here. The champ is here.
Who
What
is
you
that?
Hello,
what
Mansa.
you just said, certified though, is such a powerful statement because then
Ma-
usually what people say is,
Manson.
"Oh,
I
It's
see
Manson.
you. I'm just
why
messing
aren't
with
they
you.
Yeah,
building up
you
the
ain't, you ain't
rookie
been answering
stuff?"
your phone, young lady. I'm mad at you. You supposed to be just starting the class, but since I ain't heard nothing from you,
Anyways, that's a
I
really
did you
good thing
get
to
my
say.
message
You're right,
today?
what you
not
say?
incorrect.
I sent you a message today. My phone has been out. I'm sorry, y'all. Wait, hold on one
Oh,
second. I'll call you, but check your messages. I left you a long ass message, 2 of them today.
so I should. Yeah, all right. I mean,
Okay.
happen. We get the
Sorry.
classes
So
started,
go ahead.
and y'all need to sign this petition against Tariq Nasheed. Sign the petition. Who had to sign the petition on the line?
Oh,
Who has
there's a
not signed the
petition.
petition that the ban? I thought Tony was going to ban Tariq Nasheed and the FBA from social media for hate speech against anti-African and Caribbean hate speech. It's in my bio.
Yeah, did Vibes put it in his yet?
Yeah, Vibe. It's in Vibes too. Vibes got it in his bio. So
Okay.
y'all take a minute to sign it. Everybody take 1 minute to sign it. If we all say anything else, sign it. We're gonna get them off the air. That's what we gotta do.
Yeah, I signed it already, man. So I got you, brother.
I did the
All
one
right,
for
yeah, everybody needs.
Riziki. What's her name? Riziki. They said she was Nigerian and they were bullying her and she unalived herself or something.
Oh no.
I think I
Yeah.
heard about that. That's a damn shame if that happened.
Very so
Yeah, she was in
sad.
a panel with well, I don't know if they were FBAs or just regular black people from America, but they were like bullying her and she unalived right on the live.
Yeah.
Are
It's
you
really sad.
kidding
What
me?
happened?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
How
happened?
did
What
she
happened?
do it?
She like used the rope from her fan.
Oh my God. Well,
Yeah.
karma is
What?
real, and any motherfucker on there that did had anything to do with it, trust me, they gonna get theirs.
Yeah. I feel like it should be a wake up call.
What did you y'all you signed the petition, young lady?
Me?
You
Yeah.
signed it?
Yeah, I did a long time ago.
Okay, all right. So send me. How do I find out more information about that?
I can send you like a TikTok explaining what happened, but it's just it's from Messy Talk. I don't know if you guys have followed what Messy Talk is, but basically
Mm-mm.
a lot of like dog piling on this poor girl who she really just was looking for community, and unfortunately she was used for money. She was bullied. She was harassed. She was harassed when she was like in a mental hospital. She was harassed on lives in front of hundreds of people. And even afterwards, they were looking for her, like her body, like
Ooh.
yeah, like basically harassment, stalking, all that stuff. Her,
That's a damn shame.
yeah,
And
just
this is
they
why
tormented her, and all of these women are like were like in their 40s, much older than her, you know.
I wish I had ever been on a panel like that. Cause y'all know me. I don't fucking play.
That's why, like, when I see bully, it's gonna be really hard for some people's panels to get rid of bully because a lot of people are starting to do this drop for a galaxy thing, and they're keeping bullies on the panel because they're so money hungry to get a galaxy to drop
Right.
them. I ain't gonna
Well,
lie,
that's
that
the
system is
and
gonna get
once again, people, if you got
dismantled.
a brain cell, why would you even deal with people that are doing that? That lets you know they only about a bag and that is it.
Yeah, the rage bait panels.
It's craziness.
Yeah.
That's why I can't be on here much. Cause man, look, I'm gonna get your ass.
But it's like what Trouble said, they like being exploited because look at us. We're having a little echo chamber. If we was in here cussing each other out and fighting, this thing would be at 200 views.
Sure would.
Gifts going off, ding, 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 ding.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
All
I ain't
kind
gonna
of
lie, it's
lights,
Christmas Eve.
everything.
We
But
usually have
that's the
more people in here.
mentality of people, though.
They like to be they
Yeah,
like the rage bait. They like the
right.
rage bait. They like the fighting, the arguing.
They love that. A lot of people love that. And when you're trying to educate them and give them something to build with, they couldn't care less. So that's why I'm just saying everybody ain't going to make it. So it took me a long time. I'm thinking, we got to work together. And no, everybody ain't going to make it. And if you want to keep following some fucking nonsense,
You can't
go
work with
right ahead.
you
I've
can't work
seen
with
panels with Black Americans saying that they want to do an ethnic cleansing
And they so
within
fucking stupid.
There was one guy said that he hopes that
Like he was
alive.
literally saying that all the YNs, all the degenerates, they need to be extracted from the BLK community because they're keeping everybody down with their unwillingness to change.
Well, I don't have a problem with that per se. All of them YNs is that way because their parents didn't teach them shit. And their mothers
Have y'all
as
seen the guy?
well.
Have y'all seen the guy that said that he wished he can get hired with the CIA so he can unalive Africans?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen panels like that. Yep.
They want to
The guy
join
said that.
ICE? Yeah.
Those FBA panels be the worst. They take people's profile pictures and then they start making fun of them. They did that to my friend. He's Somalian, and they took his picture and was making fun of him. And I'm looking at them like, Are you freaking
Are
kidding
you
me? What
kidding?
is
How
Yeah,
it
they did
sad?
it.
childish is that?
They
They
did
did that.
that to me too. They took my picture and they were saying I'm ugly and that I need to get a
Mhm.
boob job, blah blah blah. I'm like,
Yeah, Tariq
whatever.
do this. They got all that shit from Tariq. That's what Tariq. That's why he wants everybody to put the camera on. We could talk about him and all this. He's a real. He's a real piece of shit. He's a real ignorant. That's why I said only. But when it comes down to take action, I say take the petition. People sign a petition. So you gotta get everybody's your friend should sign it. Your mom should be signing, aunties, uncles. Then when you get enough signatures, we go to YouTube and get them off of it. That's a victory right there. That's the
Mm-hmm.
victory, and it sets a precedent that this is not acceptable. All this stuff is change. If
Right.
we don't work to change it, they're gonna keep doing it. That's why I don't have the energy to sit back
Exactly.
and fight those type of conversations. I got threats tonight. A lady called me tonight, threatening me with what I said. I said on Al Sharpton show about the petition, and it replays on YouTube. So I'm getting calls 1 or 2 o'clock. I think we would have heard the interview with me on Al Sharpton. They cussing me out. It's why they, looking up my information, talking crazy, talking. They say I'm a tether. They don't know I'm from here, like they are. But they call me a tether, I'm a tether and this and that. So this is all the information you're getting people. I said they don't believe I'm from here. So if you don't think like they don't, if you you so-called black living in America from here, if you don't think how they think, then you're not. Then they don't think that you're from here. You're a tether. If you don't think how they think, so it just
Well, that's craziness. Well, like
it's
I
real.
said, we got to use it. I always look at you have to take opportunities and things that happen. Use this as a way to separate the wheat from the chaff. If those that want to follow him, fine. But then we need to let it backfire, and more of us need to understand and study and learn and get on one accord. That's the way I look at it. That's how we can combat this stuff. Because other than that, he gonna keep doing what he doing. He did this for years to make his bag, and then we gotta do the opposite. That's all. That's all.
All I'm saying is that he can delineate. They can do whatever they want to do, but the disrespect and the negative comments about African people is we
Oh yeah, it needs to stop. But I'm
that
just
sets a
saying we
precedent.
can use this to let it backfire to get more of us informed on what we need to be doing.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's what I'm
all.
saying. Yeah, when you set that precedent, they won't be doing it. Because it won't be tolerated on social networks. You can do that type of social media networks, and they can do that. So that's how you stop. That's how you stop that.
Well, it's gonna happen. Oh, ooh, excuse me. I
Did you
have
guys
no
see?
doubt because
Did you
everything
guys?
happens for a reason and it happens when it's supposed to.
Did you all
So,
see what happened today with those files that got dropped?
I didn't even pay no attention.
So Trump's administration is so dumb. They used like a computer, like they used some like stupid, like surface level like redacting, and like people were able to remove, like they were able to copy the actual files to like another application and see what was underneath the redacted marks.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see. Like I said, it can't be that much in them because if they offed Epstein already, do you think they was gonna leave anything else around that really could
There's
tell?
some stuff already coming out. Trump's
Like
all
by
over it.
what? Who?
Trump's are all up in it.
Well, he is.
Yeah.
Well, they probably tired of him now. See, if you notice, that's what white people do. They use you to their advantage until they don't need you no more. Then they let you go and destroy your ass.
Right.
So basically, he served his purpose. He's old and bloated. Like I said, they probably gonna put something in a Big Mac, and the next thing you know, his ass will be out of there. So it's par for the course, as we say. So I ain't surprised. And the same thing gonna happen to Tariq too. He might have his shit, but if you start doing too much, the ancestors will come for your ass. And that's gonna be the end of that. Cause that's all about a bag. That's all.
Yeah.
Facts. It's all coming out, sis. It's all coming out.
Uh,
I'm almost done. I have to get this shit done.
oh Lord have
I'm
mercy.
listening to y'all
Sir, it
though.
is
I
not
just
your
started
country
listening.
either.
Quit waiting
Vi-
to the last minute, which I
Hmm.
used to
Vi-
do it
Yeah, I
all the
feel like I'm
time.
in college again. You know,
eh,
What
in
is
eh,
a
high
eh,
paper
school. You know,
for?
rushing to get this shit done. I know. You know what happened is I got the so the court proceedings they're all recorded through the court. So they make you get their file, their software, and then they make you pay to convert the file into uh uh like an MP3 file, right? Or like a
Uh
file that they can read in court because you get the files from them, you get the recording files, then you have to send a formatted file to them, but they make you buy this software, which is so stupid. If they're giving you the files, that means they should be having the software already, you
huh.
know? So it's just a bunch of circus shit.
It
But
is.
I did a little digging and I went into Reddit and there was I went down the archives of like what to do in this kind of scenario and they found like the last thread on there. It was some guy trying to convert the files but on a Mac. And I was like, I should have. I have a HP, so I was like, oh, this doesn't even apply to me. But I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna read throughout. I'm gonna read all the comments and see if there's anything. And sure enough, there's a dude there that said, hey, you guys just download this app on your desktop and try it. It worked for me. And I was like, all right. And I could see like all the other comments are like, thank you, man, thank you so much.
Right.
The software is like almost $200, so. Anyways, I just did it. I just converted all the little clips, and now I can like timestamp it and get ready to prepare for this appeal. So I can breathe a little bit. Yeah, I have
Good.
to turn it in by Friday, but since everything's gonna be closed, I can't go to the law library anymore this week, and I just have to buckle down and do it. But anyways, about me. Enough about me. What are we talking about? What are
yes,
we doing? I left you guys hanging. I left you
hey,
Do
guys.
you ever see
the
have you
champ is here, Vibes. The
I
champ is
see
here.
you. I see you, champ. I see you.
Champ is here.
We just started talking about Tariq because we was all over the place talking about other stuff
Mhm.
before that about getting leverage and stuff because there was an FBA up here, but I guess he got tired and left because
Don't they?
them motherfuckers get on my last damn
Don't they
nerve.
all? That's why you guys are up here. You guys are the champs. You guys are the champs at
You
taking down
know it.
FBAs left and right.
Ali, baby, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Have you ever noticed these
Straight up.
FBAs in the comments saying things like, "Oh, y'all, we never like." What did he just say? Our people get targeted the most. The last people we expected to go against us was the black diaspora. Have you noticed the like level of privilege, like whitey privilege, they're developing? Saying that
Hmm. He's
like
such a
you
chump.
live
He
in a
was up.
country where
Yeah,
you like weapons don't get dropped on your head, and you're saying this shit.
that's insane.
Uh-huh.
I've never heard of. Yeah,
Well,
he was
they
up in
will get dropped on there. You say the wrong shit.
he was on
So
Black
dumb.
Unity's
It's
Black
actually
Unity
so dumb.
panel. He's all, but what about what did he say? He's saying why don't you British? Why don't you guys call yourselves African? He's like, well, it's not on our census, it's black, but we're proud to be African. And he was trying to like force Jamaicans to call themselves Jamaican Africans. He's like, he was just being ridiculous. But anyway, someone told him like, because we're Pan African, and he's like, well, I'm gonna be Pan American. He's like, you know what? We'll go do your own lives and go do them. And he's like, all right, I will. And he left. And that was T.
Oh
Like right
Lord.
there, he's like American Jamaican. Yeah, start your own lives, T. Why you gotta come up on African panels?
For real.
What T privilege? How you been, Trouble? How you been, Monza? How you been, Smart?
Good.
I'm good.
Everybody
Good.
good?
Can't complain.
Trying to stay sane.
You guys ready for Christmas? It's my mom's
I don't
birthday
celebrate
tomorrow.
Christmas.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna call you so I can say happy birthday to her.
It's your
No
mom's
doubt.
birthday?
My mom's birthday, Christmas Eve.
Aw.
Oh, good.
I hope you got her
Mm-hmm.
presents.
Yeah, I
Smart, you
still
going
gotta get
smart?
this.
Smart,
Gotta go get her
I heard you was
something.
Christmas caroling. Smart,
You heard I was what?
Christmas caroling. You was out.
No, you didn't hear that.
I
Wait,
did. Yes,
what'd
they
you
did.
say?
So I heard she was
I
out there.
can sing, don't get me wrong, but no,
I saw
sir.
the video. I got the video. You. We wish you were married. I heard her
What?
singing.
You
No,
on
you
YouTube?
don't.
Where you at? Where you at, Smart?
You got one of them Epstein files. That's what you got. If you got me singing, oh shit.
Oh yeah, Trouble. I saw that redaction thing where he fucked up and didn't do it right. But he's such an idiot. He put the video out like way too early. Like even now,
Yeah.
like now, if they see it, they're gonna be like, going back and fixing it and shit.
Yeah. And
He's a moron.
they
Should have kept it.
a video, like something the press was supposed to release was stopped, but it like aired in Canada. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet. It's pretty bad.
Well, like I said, they about done with him, so that's why all this shit'll
The
come
scary
out.
thing though is that the press isn't talking about it, which freaks me out because like my mom, she comes from like she lived under Siad Barre, and then the government collapsed after he was like pushed out of office. So there she's always talking about how she sees parallels and stuff.
Where your family from?
My family, Somalia.
Oh, Somalia. Okay, that's Squatta.
Oh, alhamdulillah. How about you?
Good.
Who's teaching you Somali?
Wait,
Oh,
was
yeah.
that Monster speaking Arabic?
No, he said he
No,
spoke Somali. He said Iskawaran.
yeah, I spoke Somali.
Oh,
Yeah,
Somali. Okay.
yeah I speak a lot of languages.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
A lot of African languages. That's my brother
Yeah,
Mansa.
yeah. That's good, young lady. You speak Somali?
Yeah.
Okay. You born here? Or you born in Somalia?
I was born here.
Okay.
You know Trouble, Mansa. Trouble. You see Mansa.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
you haven't met Smart. Smart. This is Trouble.
Hi,
This is the girl.
Trouble.
Hi.
The girl. I was telling you I was
Yeah,
telling
I
Smart I
follow
had the
both of them.
open. Yeah.
Thank you.
They
Oh,
probably
that's the one
just
you said.
don't.
Yeah, that's one you got a crush on. You said. You told me about.
Oh, okay,
Oh
Mansa.
my.
He's funny. He is funny. Nah, I said this is my frontline soldier right here, dog. What are you
That's
talking
right.
about?
Oh, okay.
She
I
said,
made a mistake. I got a crush on her.
Mansa be coming on here trying to catch his second wife or whatnot.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people in here looking for their second and third wives.
Oh my God.
I got a crush.
wouldn't dare.
I got a crush on you, Trouble.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
No, this is
Yeah,
AI.
she
This
is
is
beautiful.
AI.
Yeah,
She's beautiful.
I gotta peel Mansa's ass off of all the females on my panels. I swear. He's supposed to be my elder. He's supposed to be showing me, leading by example. But you can't
Right.
stop.
I am. I am. Hey.
Calls himself
I
the
can't
pretty
help
boy.
it.
The pretty boy.
I am. I am pretty. You know it.
Well, I heard that.
I know I'm a little arrogant, but it's hard being humble when you're as pretty as I am.
Oh, okay.
Mashallah.
Oh yeah, that sounds real humble. All right, Mansa.
Mm-hmm.
So you did the what was his name? Who's that sellout? Oh man, I can't remember his name. Oh my God, how am I blanking? That interview you did with the girl, Sharpton, right? Al Sharpton. So the radio show that you did, that was his daughter.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a good one.
I
That was
did
a
a
good
show.
show.
Yeah.
I reposted it.
Oh, you heard? Oh, you heard it?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, yeah,
yeah, I heard it. I reposted it. Obi actually sent it to me.
yeah.
Did you get any follow up with that, or did they share your
Oh yeah,
petition?
lots of hate mail and calls and one to cursing me out and threatening me. You know,
Oh yeah, well you
yeah,
gonna get that,
threatening
Monster.
some
You gonna
women.
Why
get
did you
that.
give your phone
Some
number?
women threatening.
You did give your number
I
online, Monster. I swear, don't do that,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Or
You
come up
Some
with a
women
Google
threaten.
phone
you
number,
gonna
not
want
your
that
real
privacy.
phone
You gonna
number.
want that privacy,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah, yeah. I'm about to put that up there. Yeah, some women threatening to rape me and everything. I'm like, man, oh my goodness.
What you
Damn.
On
They,
here,
they,
some
for
they
some
women?
reason, they get it
yeah,
wild on here.
women say we'll rape you. That's what women told me. I
What?
said, you know what?
Stop it, Monster.
I'm so they did.
Monster's
They
like,
said
all right, get in line, get in line.
some women straight and rape me.
Well, you
That's
So
a
better
shame.
don't
protect
rape me.
yourself. Nah, yeah, they copying my prompts, Monster. They out there sharing my shit. They're talking mad shit. I got on the list of Av crew. Look, I'll show you right now. I got on this list recently. Where is this shit?
Yeah,
Anyways,
they threaten me, threaten to rape me. So
I'm on
don't
the
do that.
African coon list. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't have the energy to argue with them. I just want to organize, build my organization up. You know,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
well,
all. That's
well,
all I want to do. 'Cause that's
stay
the way you
strong,
win.
right?
That's the way you win. You're gonna win arguing, fighting with idiots. You know.
Yeah, that's why I don't even go to
That's
their
true.
panels anymore. You can't talk no sense into them, man. They're already set in stone, so it's all gravy. We got a new guest here, King. Let me read it. King Tether.
What's up, fam?
What's
What's
going
going
Hey.
on?
on, fam?
How y'all doing?
Welcome to good man. Welcome to the panel, my brother. Do you mind giving us your race and ethnicity, where you're from, please?
I'm blackity black. Born in America. Pops is American. Grandparents are American. On my mother's side is from the West Indies, Jamaica.
No doubt,
Yeah,
no
that's
doubt.
it.
Welcome to the
Yeah,
panel. Welcome to the panel, bro.
So what's your
go ahead.
thoughts on the prompt?
Well, I just got in and I didn't get a chance to really hear everything that was going.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I'll be
Well,
scrolling
I
past,
switched.
just listening in. Go ahead.
I switched it up. My bad. We were on this
Oh,
prompt. I
it's all
mean, it's
good.
all the same shit to tell you the truth.
Yeah, but
Yep.
but but that picture, even though it doesn't say anything like with words, that picture sums it all up, man. That's a
Yep.
perfect. Uh, that's just a perfect image because I know exactly what you're saying without. Let me see if I can decipher it without y'all without knowing what the
Yeah,
previous
yeah,
conversation was.
no problem.
Okay, you got Daddy Trump with these FBA. It looked like Tariq Nasheed. It's supposed to be Tariq Nasheed, and he still got these FBAs thinking that they superior to somebody, but they still doing whatever Trump wants them to do. Um, and then I did see something with them Epstein files, and we know that a lot of these files been coming out, and we know that Trump and Epstein were good friends, and we just seen some pictures with Bill Clinton and like real deep pictures with Bill Clinton and Epstein. So we can only imagine what kind of pictures they got of Trump. And yeah, these FBA, a lot of them just still delusional, man. That's it. Hateful. Um, yeah, that's all I can think of when I see this prompt, this picture. Am I off? Am I far off?
Nah, man, you
And
dead on.
lose
You dead
reception.
on.
Oh,
Yeah. I
okay.
had to find Tyreek Nasheed. That other one was just anybody, but this one's Tyreek
Anybody?
Nasheed.
Okay. Okay. I say it's about the same. Hey,
Yeah,
and you know what's funny? Did y'all see see these Jake Paul? I don't know if y'all saw the Jake Paul fight or the clips over the last few days.
that
Got knocked
broken
out.
jaw.
Now yeah, but not only that, you got the FBA making fun of Jake Paul and celebrating, but the dude that did it was a Nigerian. you know, and I'm waiting to get on one of their panels and ask them how do they feel about a Nigerian being the man right now. Like they indirectly celebrating them by them celebrating Jake Paul getting knocked out. It wasn't an FBA that did it. It was a Nigerian. So I'm to hear what they think about that.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, well, anyways, he's not a tether like you, you know. That's what they're gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh Lord have mercy.
They gonna walk around that bullshit, and they just gonna find out about him and call him a tether regardless. So
Right.
they turn on their own. They turn on their own, brother.
Yeah,
But
it's sick.
yeah, it's always funny. It's like, who are they gonna turn on next? You know, it was that rapper that was a salon lady who did that video with a bunch of different flags on it. They dropped her ass. Tyreek. Now she was mad.
Who was that?
I forget her
So,
name.
yeah, her name is Mona Leah, and she did
Mona
the
Leo?
"Sexy Salon" song, and the song was a good song. Just because she had
Mm,
other flags on there, other Caribbean flags and other flags, they got mad and they started hating on her, trying to destroy her career.
Right, and
got you.
that's what I was saying before. It doesn't matter. Like Tyreek Nashe might not be your leader, but he damn sure is your owner. You know, he owns that brand,
Yeah,
so he can slap a lawsuit if you're not representing FBA the way he wants you to represent it. Right.
right,
So it's a pick. He cherry picks what's acceptable and what's not. I mean, who does that?
right,
A leader,
right.
like not an owner of that brand. So and then who else was it? The old head on I forget his name, but he was on Hidden Colors with Tyreek Nasheed as well. He came out and said some stuff about Tyreek and then backpedaled on it. And now he's not working with him anymore. He's not going to do Hidden Colors 5 with that.
Who is
Mm,
this?
It's something Smalls.
Oh
It's like,
yeah, Professor Smalls.
yeah,
Yeah.
Professor Smalls, right?
ah,
Mm-hmm.
So
did he make a video? Is that the same guy that made that video maybe like 2 weeks ago, a couple weeks ago, going at Tariq and another brother, I forget, but I think I know who you're talking about. Maybe he in the
Yeah.
60s, early 70s.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
brother. I think you're right.
Okay.
I think you're on. I forget his full name. What'd you say, Sister Smart? You said what was his name?
I think it's James Smalls. I
James
think
Yeah,
Smalls.
that's
Yeah,
his
yeah,
I
name.
think
yeah,
you're
something like
right.
that.
Yeah, he's a professor. He's he's one of our scholars.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, he has been in his. I heard Dr. Francis Cress Wilson regretted she had been in any of his videos too.
Yeah, Professor
Mm,
James Smalls. Professor James
Yeah,
Smalls.
Oh
professor.
yeah,
I
there you
said
go. Yeah,
professor.
she said Professor Smalls. Yeah. So yeah, he was backpedaling though. He had said something about, yeah, you know, the FBI. he said something about that the FBI, like this CIA, must be involved if
Mm-hmm.
he's talking about what he's talking about, and then he had a backpedal on that because of the backlash he got from all the FBA fans, and then so he went back on some other show and said he didn't say that. But it was funny because they played both videos side by side. It was pretty funny. But
Oh my
there's
God.
been two more. There's another two more. I forget right now, on top of my head. Remember Amanda Seals Smart when she was like sticking up for him on that 1 verse 20 black conservatives.
Right. She stuck up for Tariq.
She stuck up for FBA as in Black Americans,
Oh Lord.
and then she like
right.
said something. Then they found out she was an immigrant, and then they turned their back on her.
Right. She's a
Really?
tether.
She's an immigrant too? Didn't know that.
I
Yeah,
didn't know
I
that
guess
either,
they
but
found out. Them
You
FBA's
you
found out one of her parents.
you, you know what
mm-hmm.
Were-
bothers me though? Here's the part that bothers me is that no matter some people come here or go to America or maybe they have mixed bloodline and they could do so much for black people, so much for the community. They put their life on the line, they put a lot their careers on the line, and it's all good. But the minute this little small group that call themselves the FBA find out, like you said, oh, their father is from over there, their mother's from there. All of a sudden, all of their good works are supposed to go down the drain. It just, it don't even make sense to me. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? It just sounds like it just don't even make sense.
well, it's intergenerational trauma. I keep trying to tell people that's what's wrong with us. That's why we having this identity crisis all of a sudden. That's what it is. And you really
Mm,
need to understand that slavery has done a job on us.
yes, it
Okay,
did.
and the fact that all of our coping mechanisms, how we think, how we behave, how all that has been based upon the things that have been passed down in your family, and a lot
Right,
of it is unhealthy. Some of it's healthy, some of it's not. So into on a emotional level and on a your psyche, all of us have been affected to a degree. Now it's a matter of how do you wake up, how do you understand that this thing that's been passed down in my family is not healthy, it's causing me issues. I've got
right.
to deal with it. And I tell people, read the book Post Traumatic Slave Syndrome, then you'll better
Mm,
understand. You know what I mean? And we all have shit to work through. Because, like I said in
You two things.
huh?
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
listening
you.
to you.
Oh,
Yeah. Hmm.
I was in another panel, reparations or whatever. I said, right now, if all of us got $10 million right fucking now, right now, is that gonna give us any black unity?
no.
The mental state that we're in right now, like I said, if we having this identity crisis and everybody want to be everything but African, then how in the
Mm,
fuck do you think the black community is gonna come together the way it should if everybody gets some money and
And
most of
and,
right,
us we
and then
too
the way they want to
jealous of
do it,
each other?
and
Hmm.
the way
right.
they want what this is what they get everybody listening to Tariq. He wants everybody just to get a check, and that be the end of it. So you got to think, well, this should happen to us for generations. So you got to put some where generations are getting wealth, and we got
Right.
the resources and institutions that get us out this condition. He just
Hmm.
acted, and they had no. I talked with Congressman Danny Davis. They've had no serious dialogue to even talk about getting reparations. They had no representation to talk to Congress or the Senate to get reparations. They just talking. They've done nothing to get them reparations.
Right. Well, like
Nothing.
I said, we'll never get it until we get some leverage. We
Yeah.
ain't got
Right.
none that's organized
Right.
right now to do anything. Because I keep telling people, okay, the question of the day is, or like Farrakhan did a thing on this a long time ago, or else. We keep telling somebody
Yeah.
what we gonna do, but what's the or else?
Yeah.
If you don't have an
There
or
need to
else,
be some
why would anybody
consequences.
listen? Hmm.
Right. They need to be scared. Of
Right.
losing something.
And
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Farrakhan just
true.
run his mouth because he said, "Oh, else," and he didn't do nothing about it.
Well,
Yeah, but you
I'm
gotta
just
give him some
using bringing
credit
up
though.
the
You
point.
you
The point is a
you gotta
good
give him
point.
credit.
Huh?
Yeah. You yeah, I'm saying you gotta give Farrakhan his credit though, because rain, sleet, hail, snow, he's say what nobody else is brave enough to
Is
say, and
willing to
he'll
say.
say it in public.
Farrakhan want a check. That's all he care about, getting a check.
Well,
I
so
don't know. I
what?
think he puts
Everybody
his
else do too, for the
I
most
think he's
part.
saying we could do it for ourselves. I don't think he's saying he wants a check from the U.S.
No,
government. He said he wants a
no,
proper
no.
send off.
He
I
getting
agree.
he getting a check. He live rich and he don't do nothing for the young people in the community.
Yeah, but you got to remember, he didn't start off rich, and he got that way because people were donating money to him. I don't think it's not like he ever really had a job working for people. I ain't gonna say he ain't work for people, but it's the people that made him rich. The people around him want to donate money to him, and I get it though, because who else is trying to build was trying to build a a sustainable like black nation except him
Hmm.
over the last 30, 40 years.
And the
So
nation is in trouble. They're having their financial problems too. So, I look at a broke clock is right twice a day. So fuck it. You take off the meat to leave the bone, as they say. And I just agree with that position of or else. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing unless there are gonna be consequences and repercussions. And there's never any consequences or repercussions, no matter what the fuck you do to us.
right.
That brother, didn't you hear about another brother that got found? where he was decapitated and his body was
Oh damn.
broken up in pieces, and he had called his mother saying a group of white men was chasing him,
Hey.
and went to
Damn.
the police department. They didn't help him. They was like, oh, well, we ain't no cab service or babysitting service,
Right.
and he left there and ran and then came up missing. And then that's when you found him in that position. So, we
Damn.
got real shit like that going on. And you want to sit up here and talk about delineating? Kiss my
Right.
ass.
Right.
That's
It
all I
feel
got
good
to
to hear
say.
you say that. It feel good to hear you say that because I think this group, this FBA group, don't realize that this delineation. I get it. I understand delineation maybe on paper, but like having an extra box to check, like when they say, "Are you white, Hispanic,
Hello?
Black American?" I get
No,
it if you
no,
want to put
no one dropped
something
you.
for that,
So
but
it's no, no, no,
but
no.
I think,
Something's up with my shit. Every time I try to invite
but
someone up, it kicks them out.
damn,
So just
but I think
keep
this the
trying to give it time. I
I
got you.
think this delineation gonna hurt black people in the long run.
I
It
changed
is.
the
That's
form
why
of
I'm
the
just
name.
saying. That's why mindset that was just
Keep
up
trying.
here,
Just keep requesting
was
more.
saying it's
Like
dangerous. It is dangerous.
it
Yeah,
doesn't.
That's what
It's
I'm
very
saying. I
dangerous,
can't say
cause
especially
mindset
cause
said
they
if
that.
they
if
Look,
you
gonna be
got
I
the way
isolated.
I see you in
the
the
way the picture
viewership.
looks on here. It looks like it's a
Leave the
lot of
room and
young
come
people
back once
here,
I'm trying
and
to
they may not know
listen to
that
something.
aspect of what the situation is going to
You
be.
hear me?
The situation is going to be that they're
You
going to
breaking
be
up, bro.
um the people are going to be messing up in the sense that they're going to be trying to ask for these things,
Yeah.
and
Right.
they
Okay.
probably are
Yeah.
going about
Yeah.
it the
Yeah.
wrong way.
Understood.
They need to get that paperwork
So
together so
just
that
do
they
that
can
next
put
time.
it in
Okay.
put it in
See,
position
kicked
and
you
put
off.
it to
Yeah.
the proper channels.
Something's up with my
Because if
shit.
they don't, they're
Just
going to
keep
talk to
trying.
a group of
Just keep
people
trying.
who really don't want to
Until
listen to
somebody else
that,
will bring you up.
who really don't want to listen to what they got to say.
Right.
And then they put themselves in positions when they start talking, and then they start putting out their pundits and saying what they got to say. And then when they say those things are going to try to bring up a lot of emotion. And then some people can't handle their emotions. And then they try to use their hands to represent their emotions. And if that case goes over, it's going to be a lot of people that's going to be hurt from this, because this thing is going to get
Right,
really, really serious.
Well, that's
right,
why, like I said, it can backfire because, in the sense that everybody believing that shit, you got to understand history. You got to start learning our scholars and everything. We have to start creating our own narratives. We can't just keep letting anybody come up with some shit and come and send out the narrative and everybody rolling with it. So
right.
we got to start creating some narratives.
You because I think this new generation too, they don't understand propaganda and how it works.
No.
They don't understand how division is deliberately sold in
Right.
between us. You know what I mean? They don't realize that
Mhm.
whenever you hear a bad story about one of our leaders or prominent black person, they don't never question it and say, hold on, maybe this ain't true, let's look into it. They just, anything that they see in the headline,
Mhm.
they automatically believe it, and then they put it up on the internet, and now they make it something that wasn't true. They done made it true now,
Right.
you know.
That's how
So
propaganda works. I was teaching a thing on that. When you look at all the different forms of propaganda, it's like 40 something different types of propaganda. And I'm gonna
right,
start putting more and more of that out there too. So you can see the methods and what that are used for each type,
right,
right? And
Sick
you
and tired
already
of
know,
everybody trying to be like us. Ain't nobody
huh?
can make no chitlins like my grandmama.
Sir, what are you talking about?
Who is this?
I said I'm sick and tired of all these West Indian countries and African countries trying to be like us.
We don't
nah,
How
talk
we
the
don't
about
fuck
eat
are
that.
they
we don't
trying to be
Like, what
like
are you
we
you?
don't
talking?
eat
You sound like a
chitlins,
bot.
Nobody
bro.
can make chitlins like me and
He
my
sounds exactly
grandmama.
like a bot.
Let them
He
talk
gotta
though, let them
be.
talk.
Don't nobody care.
It
They
sounds like
don't
they
eat
give you guys
fucking
the
We
chitlins.
make the
same,
best
Yeah, I don't eat
like
raccoon meat.
chitlins.
5 sentences to say
I
over
don't
and over
either.
again.
It's
We
against the
make the
law to
best
eat pork.
raccoon meat.
That's
All
all.
right,
I
let's
don't
give
know
let's give
what
him a
you're acting
proper
like insolent
introduction.
little children.
I'm a
Getting
black
mad at
American.
folks and picking up your jacks and leaving. Don't nobody give a fuck. What is
To the
there to
throne.
be jealous of? They just
Sebastian
found a
started
brother in a
whispering.
goddamn tree. What? Really?
Yo,
I'm so
introduce
jealous.
yourself. Give us
You
your
ever
race,
had
your
curry
ethnicity.
raccoon? You ever had curry raccoon?
What?
Oh,
No.
he's
Curry
just
Curry
being a
raccoon?
raccoon?
troll.
Nah, bro.
What
We
is
don't
that?
Yeah, he
we don't
just
have
Yeah,
that
trolling.
he
swamp.
sound like a
He
troll.
just playing.
He sound like a troll.
All right,
With
we
his
just drop him.
FBA
And
flag.
it's yeah, yeah. Let him stay though. Let us see what he tells. Hey,
Hey,
and you
hey,
I
notice
mean,
this? Hey, y'all notice though, they only harass and try to beat up on other black folks, but you
Right.
don't never see them go to the white panels. You don't never see
Nope.
them talk
Okay,
about the
okay.
European
You guys
immigrants.
talking
Hold on,
about
let
a
me
black
finish.
man getting unalive? I apologize. This is
You,
the wrong chat.
hey,
Peace.
Bye.
see, they just came in. They see the prompt, and I mean, they see a picture and don't even pay attention and just jump in.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, but my thing is this: how come I hear the FBA always going after other black folks that, like I said, maybe they wasn't born here, or maybe they got a parent or a grandparent from somewhere else, but I never hear them go after all these Europeans that's coming in here by the droves, by the plane loads every day. You
Exactly.
got Ukrainians coming in here, you got the
Mm-hmm.
Israelis coming in here, setting up shop, buying land, getting grants and loans.
Russians, the
Yeah,
people you
living.
supposed to hate. There's plenty
Come
of
on
them.
now,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and
I
you
think
wanna.
I think the balance might be that they're saying, or the FBAs are saying, let's get our own house in order so that we can do better for ourselves, because the people that we're dealing with are us. We don't want anybody else coming over here trying to take from us. I think
Well,
that's the position that they're going with.
who's really taking
But
though? It ain't the
who,
black folks. The
right?
black
Who
folks
makes
get
the
it, and
decision as to
right.
who comes in here and who doesn't?
Thank
Who
you.
makes the decision to give loans to them?
Are
Who
people in
makes that? It's
America
the white
acting
T
like there's a
man.
limit? Why are we
Thank you.
fighting amongst ourselves for resources? Why is America not giving to its population?
Thank you.
Right.
And that's
It's
a problem
You
way
you
before they come over here.
right. You know what it is. You have a couple people here and there. They might have some little clashes. Like it was a lady went into an African braid shop and she had an issue with them. Now, okay, whatever it was, that's a isolated incident. It's a couple
Mm-hmm.
incidents like that. They make it seem like it's all Africans or
Right.
all West Indians. It's like, yo, you come on now, and think about it. In our lifetime, most of the problems that you had in your life gonna come from your own people. It ain't from somebody from
Mm-hmm.
somewhere else.
True, true,
You know what
true.
I'm saying? Every fight that I ever got
I
in
got
was from somebody that
I got
look
cut
like
off when
me.
I was to my Farrakhan. Say I was in the nation. All Farrakhan did was take advantage of black people, and I was in his organization, so I know what he did. So these leadership, another Tariq Nasheed, that's what he is. All he do is take advantage. He talked, and he had something to do with Malcolm X getting killed. Look at the way he did Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, sold him out. So
Well,
he ain't no good example.
I, I can understand you got that point of view. I still love the minister.
I
Um,
agree.
I
I mean,
still
you love
love
him,
him.
you love, but if you don't admit the fact what he did was wrong, is wrong is wrong. I had
Well,
something to do with Malcolm
everybody,
X.
if you
He
My
had
look
something
at
to
balance
do.
is I
anybody's
can't
history,
prove
any
that he
man,
did it.
you're gonna find right, and you're gonna
Yeah,
find. You look at
I
any
can't
man,
prove
you're
that he
gonna
did it.
find something wrong that we did somewhere.
he had something
Mm-hmm.
to do. He had something to do with Malcolm X death. That sold Malcolm X out, sold Khaled out.
Is that what you know? Is that what you
That,
know, or
that,
you heard?
no, that's what I know. That's what I know.
Well, I was at
Well,
a speech when he asked for forgiveness for that, and like I said, to each his own. Everybody, got their own
And,
thing.
and,
But
and,
when he
and,
supported Jesse Jackson, he said, "I never want to be where I create the environment and the climate to take
right,
out another one of our leaders." Now I've heard
right.
him say that.
Hey,
he
you
still
just
keep talking
quoted
about
him
Malcolm.
word for word because he did say it like that. You know what you're talking
I
about
mean,
because you just quoted
he
him
still
word
keep
for
talking
word.
bad about Malcolm to this day. He still talking about bad about Malcolm. Still talking bad
Well,
about Malcolm to this day. He still keep talking about bad about Malcolm.
because in their eyes, you got to understand too. Malcolm was a traitor. You know what I
He
mean? It's
wasn't.
not that he,
Hmm.
He wasn't.
huh?
Malcolm wasn't no traitor.
He
How
Well,
he
wasn't, but
Malcolm
to
was
them
not
he
a traitor.
well,
was.
to them he was. To the group he
how
was because
how when he
let
lied to
me.
Muhammad.
I tell
Brother, you
Because they
can't.
wanted to say he was jealous of Elijah Muhammad and that, he was
No,
out here trying to do his thing and go beyond what he was
No,
supposed to.
Elijah Muhammad got
no.
all them little young girls pregnant, and which was against the nation's teachings.
And
How did Mal-
Malcolm knew that and he didn't
Yeah,
like it.
how was that betraying? And people get put out for that. He didn't betray. He wasn't no traitor.
well,
But they know he could have went on and
he could have
carried
handled it. Yeah,
the
sorry.
torch better. He could have built a better nation. He
Who?
could have.
Y'all just hear. Sorry to cut you off, sister. Y'all hear
How
about the two
they put him out
the two.
they put him out the nation. They put him out the nation, and they put him out the nation. Try to take the home from him. Start threatening to kill him when he was on mind's own. Talked about his mother. They the one.
Unalive, Monsa. You know
Well,
better.
well, you got to think though. Those people who tried to do that to Malcolm is because they were so loyal to Elijah. Elijah saved a lot of people. Even if you can say
A
maybe
lot of people.
yeah, there was a lot of people who was dope addicts, who was alcoholics, who was
And Malcolm built it up.
living.
Malcolm built it up for him.
Nah,
Yes, he did. When he came to the
All right,
nation,
all right.
NOI was around. No, Elijah Muhammad was around
bro.
Let
before
me
Malcolm. Because
Brother, are you a
let
nation
me
Islam?
interject, guys.
You're not an
You guys are
expert.
gonna go
I
down
am.
this rabbit hole. Anyways, did
well,
you guys hear about the two people that unalived him? That went to prison. They're getting
it
off
wasn't
now.
them. Yeah,
Well, two of them,
They
yeah,
getting
got
they.
out because the one guy
That's what I
said
just
they
saw.
wasn't there. They
I
didn't
don't
do it.
know.
Yeah.
The
We know
That
two
was
that.
that's
who did it. It
counterintelligence
wasn't them.
program.
We know the ones who did do it. They didn't arrest him. James William Bradley.
the FBI. The FBI was behind that. They
Yeah.
didn't.
No, they weren't. No,
Nobody want to see a black
no,
man being a unified.
stop saying FBI was not behind it. They instigated. They weren't behind it. Nation of Islam is on their own. That's a bunch of crap. When you really
Okay,
know,
let
when you do the
let
research
me
and
ask.
study what happened, but y'all had the research. You just talking. I've done the research. Elijah Muhammad
Let me
gave the order. His son gave the order to unalive Malcolm. They gave the order to do it.
wait. Let me ask you this then, brother, because how I understand it is different. Let's say you got a leader of a group, right, and you got all of these people around this leader that praise this leader because he done so much for them. You don't, and then one of the followers goes rogue or
He
defects or
didn't go
goes
rogue.
outside.
They put him out. They put him out. He didn't go rogue.
Okay, okay, whatever the case may be, you don't think that some of them people, even without Elijah Muhammad saying, "Hey, go do this," you don't think somebody would have took it amongst themselves and say, "Man, I don't like the way you talking about my leader. This the guy that saved my life. Let's go get him." You don't think there was some people who would have
They-
took it amongst
First of all,
themselves?
Elijah Muhammad gave the order to blast him off the planet, and his son gave the order. The supreme captain of the Nation of Islam at that time, Elijah Muhammad Jr. gave the order to kill Malcolm. They gave the order. It was an order.
Did they lock him up for it?
Oh, because the government
All right
was
then.
complicit with it.
Well, that's what I was saying. The FBI was in that, but I ain't
But they
gonna
didn't
put that
have
on
to.
Elijah.
He gave the order.
I don't,
He gave the order. He didn't show no empathy for the man. In fact, Elijah Muhammad was so cold blooded. He said he hoped to see Malcolm's children on the street begging for bread. He
I
said
love
that.
Elijah Muhammad.
I
Well,
do
I'm
too.
not good.
well,
I
if you
do
not
too, because he put an
if
opportunity
you
out here
And
that none of
and
us are saying we want to do. He put an
if you're
opportunity out
narcissistic
here
like that to
and let
say
us
that
see it from a
you
different
can like the
perspective.
good things he
The
did,
pers-
but the fact is he sit there and took that man's life, took Malcolm X's life. That
well,
was wrong, and you don't want to look at that.
I love Malcolm too, but at the same time, that was their
How
politics.
do you
He
love
broke.
somebody and love their killer?
Yeah,
Well,
Like,
exactly.
please.
because
Yeah,
I love what they did. I love what they did. I
That's
love what
crazy.
so
I love what
I don't
I
think
love
so.
the
I don't think it's
story.
crazy, love. I
here's
don't
the
think it's
thing,
crazy.
and here's the thing. Malcolm showed so much restraint because he had Bumpy Johnson and a mafia would have whacked Elijah Muhammad. He didn't get over. He didn't want that.
Nah, they wasn't gonna be able to touch
No,
Elijah. Even if they
no.
did
Are you
something to
are
Elijah
you are you
Muhammad, their
are you
whole family would
crazy?
have got wiped out. You
Are
think
you
Bumpy Johnson and you think the mafia had more power than the NOI?
you think they couldn't have whacked Elijah Muhammad? They couldn't have
They
got to him.
they they could have, but
Okay,
what would have been the consequences though
they could have
if they
got to
would have
him.
did that?
They could have got.
It
They
would have
don't
been a
carry no
mini
gun.
jihad in
But
Af-
what
in,
Nah,
in
but
nah,
but
they
America.
don't.
That's
but
what it
that
would
would
have
have been
been.
They
they
could, they
would have
could,
unalived themselves if they would have done something like that.
man,
Elijah, yo,
they could have tried. They could have tried. They could have got to him.
look,
They don't carry weapons.
the
The
NOI
phone,
was
the
40,000
Chicago
deep.
outfit, the Chicago
The-
outfit could have got to him. Malcolm and he tried, but they wouldn't bomb the man
But
home. Captain Joseph bombed the man home.
what would have happened to the
Tried to
Chicago outfit if they would have touched Elijah Muhammad?
tried to kill his kid. Nothing. Shit. They did nothing.
What you mean? Not you wild for that one.
Them, pe- them, them, them
Like,
pe-
there's
them people
some.
got them people got
Yeah,
politicians,
brother
judges.
King Tether, you better just let this one go, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Because
stop. I'm
if you
sorry.
want to justify that man is
Boss about to
gone,
win on
if you want to justify that man is gone, they took that man from his children and wife. I can't forgive that what they did to that man. Took his life.
Well, then how come nothing happened to how come nothing happened to the people who did that to Malcolm, or how come nothing happened to Elijah Muhammad after that?
Because the government wanted him gone too.
It
They didn't,
benefited the
and
government.
the
Like, why would
government
they
so
do
they didn't.
anything?
Yeah, they worked together on it to get it done. They let him do it. Gave him a license to kill.
And
Brother Monson,
sometimes. Go ahead.
no,
Sorry.
go
Go ahead.
go ahead, King. I just land your point because I do want to move on. I know we're gonna go down the rabbit hole on this one.
Yeah.
No,
I
so
I,
we can.
I was just gonna say there's any man that you look at, it doesn't matter who it is. If you look hard enough, you're gonna find something wrong that they done.
Yeah,
But
but one thing is the
you,
murder of man in cold blood in front of his kids.
yeah,
Take the that wasn't
that's
right.
harsh.
It
That's
wasn't
harsh,
right.
but that's harsh.
And he
That's
showed no
harsh.
empathy. He showed no empathy for Malcolm's wife or children after he died. He didn't try to help them or nothing.
But
And
I don't.
Malcolm built a
Yeah.
nation. They took his house from him. They didn't do nothing for his wife or kids.
Uh,
After the fact, they didn't try to help Sister Betty or the kid. That was cold blooded, man. Same thing Farrakhan did with Khalid Abdul Muhammad. How he treated him.
yeah, but still,
That was
you
low
can't
down and
go
dirty.
against your teacher. You can't go
He
against your
ain't go. He
teacher,
ain't go
and then
against him. He ain't go. He didn't
you
go. You
can't.
can't. You can't. If the teacher wrong,
And
you can go against it.
and and the person that
Comments?
saved your life too.
Yeah, I see
You
the
guys see the
comments. I see the
comments? This
comments,
is like
right?
actual cult.
So
This is a
again,
whole cult.
I gotta remind you. I thought you were the humble FBA. I thought you were the
I
cool.
won't say that.
I thought you were the
I think
cool
that
black
I think it's.
American brother that
I,
listens.
I think
But
that the
again,
Nation of Islam does well for the
hold
people
on,
and does
chat.
good things
Hold on,
for the
chat.
people.
Hold
It's
I
a
on.
really
cult.
do.
Am I muted? Am I muted? Hold
I
on,
Well,
chat.
we
disagree.
need to follow their
I gotta lay
financial
the law.
It was funded by
structure.
white people. What are you talking about, Chad?
T's gonna come
I
after us, y'all.
disagree.
That's
It's not
why
even
we gotta get
Islam.
y'all out of here. Okay. T,
I disagree.
you mad because we get to talk about FBAs and how they're endangering people, how they talk and mess. You go to an FBA panel and all you see is them putting African people on their prompts, talking about bushmeat, talking about go back to who knows where. And here we are building as Africans, and all we need is a prompt to
Bro was
turn you from
comparing
0 to
Tariq with Malcolm
100
X.
to get you all triggered and shit. So whatever works, man. You over here supporting our channel, so it's all good. But as you see, we over here, we can discuss amongst our own, but we ain't ever gonna fight like you guys be fighting in their panels, man.
How the hell you compare Tariq Nasheed and Malcolm X, bro?
No, you can't.
Oh,
Tariq is
hell
nowhere
no.
near. Tariq
He said,
couldn't ain't
Hold a candle.
Malcolm X's. Yeah, Malcolm X pinky got more
Thank you. Then this
um,
influence
fool
than Tariq. Yeah,
that got a video get up and wash your ass. You know what?
right.
Yeah, I'm tired of these ignorant ass black people.
And then what makes it so sad, y'all, if you'll never learn what happened in the past, and you don't study it, understand religious zealots are dangerous. Just like the people that follow Elijah Muhammad went and killed that man, unalive that man's newborn baby and women and children on behalf of that. So that's dangerous. And if you don't understand what happened, you'll keep making those same mistakes. Should nobody come and say they talked to God on a mountain somewhere, got you believing in UFOs and spaceships and all this stuff, and now follow him because he say he talked to God. That doesn't work for us.
Well,
And show how
well, the
dangerous
thing,
it is. How
the
dangerous
thing
it
though,
is.
I think the thing that was impressive about somebody like Elijah Muhammad too is that he didn't. I don't think he went past the 6th grade or the 3rd grade or something like that. Some one of them low low class, low grades. He didn't graduate, but yet he was able, and he was a small man, but he was able to command the attention of thousands. You know what I mean? So I think something needs to be said about that. And you know, he
I
does
agree.
deserve some kind of admiration. I'm not saying to worship the man, but I'm just saying that he does
No,
deserve some kind of credit.
we will
Yeah,
not be
nobody else has
worshiping
organized
men
black
in
people like
in
that
in this
since.
in this
Thank
So
you.
I
situation.
mean, like I said, I'll give credit where credit is due, and then I'll tell the truth on the bullshit too. So, but we're all human,
Right,
we're flawed, and it is what it is.
right.
Yeah,
Look how
Somebody's
the
supposed to be
women, look how
putting me
the women in
straight.
the nation, look how the women in the nation dress, respectable, classy. They don't have to show all of their body just to command attention. Like I just like
I
I
agree.
don't get me wrong, I'm not in a group like that where I'm as disciplined as, but I admire how they carry themselves still, you know what I mean?
I agree.
And n- you know, pushing education, teaching them to read, and I love it.
Brother King,
They're,
you still
I
in
think
Dubai?
they
I'm in
present a
Thailand right
position of
now.
modesty.
We got to
And I
Thailand.
think that goes without saying. They present a position of modesty. They understand that modesty is the thing that teaches us as a people who don't know nation, because apparently we had to have somebody come to us like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to come and give us a position of what it means to be who we are, because we were a people who had came up out of slavery. We were
Right.
taught to be animals. But then he said, well, that's not who you're supposed to be. God said, you're not going to be animals. You're going to be what I told you to be. And he didn't tell us to be animals. He told us to be a great and mighty nation. He loves us. That's the thing that I think of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad whenever he says or does whatever he did. Now, what happened with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X, that's a different story. What the Honorable Elijah Muhammad took.
Malcolm, y'all keep justifying him unaliving that brother, and them trying
No,
to unalive
here's
his
the
children.
balance, sir. Here's the
Come on,
balance,
Brown.
sir.
You can't.
And
They
you're
trying to unalive that
attributing
man's children.
and
Here's
you're
the
They trying to
balance.
attributing
unalive his children.
You're attributing
Here
Islamic
is
values
the
and Islamic teachings
balance.
to the wrong Muhammad.
Here's the balance. The Muhammad teachings for Arabia was one
It's not
point
for
where the
Arabia.
people
It was not for Arabia. It was meant for the world.
let me land my plane,
Just like
sister. I am not trying to take
the
away from
first
you.
university was
I'm not
started
trying to
by
take
a
away from you.
Muslim woman well before
And
Elijah
I agree with
Muhammad.
you. I'm trying to land my plane if you let me. What I'm trying to say is that the time that it was for Arabia was their time, but the understanding of it was meant for those people in the future time. That don't mean that everybody was going to follow Arabia. Everybody didn't. Some people
It's not
did, some
following
people
Arabia.
didn't. You need to listen. What I'm trying to say is that the people who are over here in America had to have it talk to us from a standpoint from where we are. And that was the position that Allah
Well, that
had
means
gave to the people.
that means you're worshiping your skin. You're not
Wrong,
worshiping a
wrong,
creator.
wrong. Here's the position. You can't come to a group of people who don't know who God is.
What? I can't understand you.
I can tell.
No, I mean you sound muffled.
But y'all make excuses because
I
listen,
am not making excuses,
you
sir.
are, let me land my plane. You make excuses. A pimp claims a prostitute.
Mine's still in the air. I'm just letting you know.
Okay, a pimp claims of a prostitute, and just because he clean you up, don't give you a right to pimp the girl or mistreat or abuse her. That it was an abusive relationship. The way he sit there and tried to unalive Malcolm X's children. They threw a firebomb through his children's window, tried to kill his children.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
But
that's crazy.
I
Captain Joseph. y'all don't know the history. You don't know nothing about the
but
nation.
but you but you can't say that Elijah ordered that though. You can
I, bro,
say you
I
can
just told, I just told you. You see, that's why I say you don't know nothing about the Nation of Islam. That's why you would say that. You know the Nation of Islam. Supreme Captain gave the order. His son gave the order to do it, and they did it. talking about. So I mean, if you want to justify that and say make that right, that religious dictatorship is dangerous. That is dangerous. It's like it's like the
Oh,
guy with Yahweh ben
hey, I'm
Yahweh. You know nothing about the Nation of Islam, bro. You don't. You just talk. You just watch some shit on TV or CBS, but you had to study. You weren't a part of it to see how Farrakhan took advantage of all these young black men coming in and his organization to use them only for himself.
uh, those
I,
no these guys were criminals before they got into the nation. A
Bruh,
lot of them was low lifes anyway. They wasn't doing anything positive with their life until they got into the nation.
again, and you want to
True.
use them to get rich, and you live in $1 million house, and we were young members young members of the nation, and we was 16, 17 years old, and he had us out there selling newspapers, and he, at this time at 16 years old, he had a Rolls Royce, two Mercedes Benz, a Lexus, right? A Lexus, a Range Rover, and I had a friend of mine came in at the time. He was 17 years old, 18 years old, and his father left him some money, and he was always giving it to the nation, giving to Farrakhan's. He ended up homeless,
But
and
that's what he wanted
homeless.
to do.
And you justify that stupid shit. He ended up
Yeah.
homeless. He ended up homeless, not saying, "Look, brother, you need a trade. You need some type of trade. You need a skill." He didn't care. All he cared about is him getting money, so he can ride around 4, 5 luxury cars with $3,000 or $4,000 suits, and not give a damn about the young people that are following him out there in
Wait,
Now,
Point
now the
Blank.
balance would be with a $3,000 or $4,000 suit. Did he teach anybody with the suit that he had on? Did he teach anybody how to make a suit and sell it for
No,
three or four
no,
thousand
no, he
dollars?
did not. They didn't teach nobody to make no stuff.
Did anybody
Nope,
in there try to show him how to do that?
no, they did
That
not.
would be the disservice.
No, no, no,
The
no, they did
disservice
not.
is
They
to
did
drive
not.
around in a brand new car and we don't know how to make a
Yeah,
car.
no,
We
no,
should
they
at
did
least
not.
learn how
No,
to
they did
make
not.
one.
Everything
That's
was
the
about him.
balance. That's the balance.
Everything, and y'all talk because y'all wasn't there. Everything was about him. Everything was about him. Everything was about getting him rich, and that's all he cared about.
Well, see,
well, you
was
know,
there
you
any
you
I
other
want
can't
to ask
brothers
you
blame
that was
something,
you
bro.
can't
rich?
blame him.
I
You
want to
can't
ask you.
blame him for
Can't
You
blame
can't
him.
blame
for
him.
people
You can't
supporting
blame
Can't
him.
him.
You can't
I want.
blame
I want
can't
to
him
blame him.
ask. I mean,
If
don't
he
you?
the leader,
because
if he the leader, then he responsible to say, let me look out for these young black men. Let me make sure that they got a trade. Should they
But wasn't
taken
it
care of?
about? But what wasn't that about? It was about us creating generational wealth. I am not part of the Nation of Islam, but I studied the Nation of Islam in 1985.
Good job.
So I believe. I just the only thing I don't believe is being a Muslim. I'm not bound to no Arab God. But everything else, I'm 100%. Everything that
You
Elijah Muhammad
you
said, I'm
you you
100% with it.
well,
you
it's
you
not.
you you okay you
It's
okay with you don't okay with using people to get rich. You're not doing nothing for
No,
young black
no, I'm
men.
not okay with brothers selling bean pies and final cars. That's not a part. No, we got to
All right,
create businesses,
hey,
and
Family,
that
I'd
that's
rather them sell
business.
bean
Hey,
pies than
and
them
hey,
for them to be
businesses.
on the corner selling
family,
narcotics. I'd rather them
engaging
sell.
It
in
was
well
commerce. I agree.
again
exactly because I went through
Engaging
it
in
with
uh,
the five
commerce for the
percenters.
benefit
The
of
well
five
our
percenters
families
in
and
the seventies.
families is
again,
ideal.
if he wasn't
The
fighting for
Nation of
himself,
Islam was exactly on
if
point.
he wasn't out for himself, them young brothers could be plumbers, electricians, carpenters. They
He
got
do
skill.
got them.
No,
He
he
They
don't.
do
No, they
still
got
don't.
them.
can.
No, they
And
don't.
they are.
Hey,
Bruh,
He
you
brother,
never.
talking
brother, let
about
me tell you
somebody?
something.
No,
Let me
they
tell you
don't.
something
No, they don't. No, they
let me
don't.
tell you
No, they
about
don't.
something
No, they
about the
don't.
Nation of Islam. I'm a pilot. I'm a truck driver. I fly helicopters. I all did that because Farrakhan taught me that the white man is not greater than you.
Okay, I'm saying what they got to do with the fact
Thank
that
you.
you don't have that. You
It's
getting
that
rich. You
it's your
getting rich.
mind.
You
He
getting
already
rich
said
because the
it's no
man
leader
because
after him. It's,
you speak well. You're not taking time out with these young black men to make sure they're taken care
he
of. Make
is
sure
doing it.
they eat.
You
Bro,
just
I
got to
was
be
He is
there,
smart enough
doing
to
that.
catch
He is
on.
doing
brother.
exactly that.
Brother,
He's doing
y'all
it.
talking stupid shit. Y'all were not there. You're not in there. You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
You
so you
watching
saying
you watching
because I
video.
wasn't a
I'm saying
uh,
you don't know what you're talking about because you're not in there. You're not in there. You don't. When I
you
say
telling me
things that
just because
happen,
I wasn't the FOI that
you don't
I
know nothing about
wasn't
the
there?
FOI. You know nothing about the Nation of Islam, bro. You don't know nothing about the
I
Nation of
do.
Islam.
I
You
You
do.
don't.
telling me
I
I
No, you
don't
do.
know?
don't.
I can
You don't.
guarantee you I do know.
Who found? Okay, man. Who founded the Nation of Islam? What year was it?
W. Fard Muhammad. What are you
No,
talking
we go
about?
back farther than that because
Oh,
Farah Muhammad,
Drew
he was under
Ali,
Noble Drew
Noble
Ali
Drew Ali, or
and another brother.
or you could say Marcus Garvey and spark the
He
flame
was
too. Come
there.
on, bro.
He was
Don't
Nah,
there,
you,
don't
and
don't
not
nah, that's
don't
under
only
do
Bush
that.
that,
Nation.
not
Don't do
only
that. I
that,
know what I'm talking about.
not only that, you got to find the
No,
teacher
you
of
don't.
Noble
No, you
Drew
don't.
Ali. You got to find a teacher of Noble Drew
No,
Ali.
you don't. If you sit there, if you sit there try to
I can show you who
justify,
the teacher is.
this is how we don't. This is how we don't. This is how we don't improve. It's called narcissistic personality disorder. Religious
It's not.
orders
It's
make
not.
you
It's not.
narcissistic.
No.
It is. Because
Keep
if
the
you tell me
Muslim
something is
stuff out
wrong,
of it.
okay,
Let's talk
then
about the black man's truth. That's what it's about. It don't have nothing because
if you're not,
what you
if you,
choose,
if
if
you,
you choose to bow to
if
in the name of
people in
Allah,
people in
that's
this
you.
organization, people in this organization were physically abused, mentally abused, and sexually abused on this ugly show.
Man,
That's
you
in
talking
every
about the
group. That
Nation of
happens in
Islam was
every.
built
That
by
happens in
criminals.
every.
That was number one. Elijah Muhammad had to beat all them niggas up. That's the bottom line.
You said the time
And he was a
physically
small
abused,
man.
Man,
He
he
was
was
a
a
I would
small
small
like to
man.
say
physically
not beat
abused,
them up. I would
mentally,
Very
say
small
build
man.
them up. I would say
Huh?
build them up rather
people were
than beat
physically,
them up.
No, he had to
people were
beat them up
physically
and then build them up
abused,
because
I
they was
think he
just nothing
builds
but
them up.
killers.
He
I
builds
mean,
he builds up
unalived.
where they were. Where they were wasn't great, but where he built them up and how we see them on a perfect
He had
and
to
absolute
beat them up
perpendicular,
first.
you can see them as they were men.
y'all make
They
y'all
were
make
men
it
who was
y'all
taught
make
wrong.
excuses for that bullshit.
We are not making
Y'all make
excuses
excuses for
for
that
no
bullshit.
BS.
Well,
You are.
I know the
Disagree.
good that is
When you
done
say
for
something
me.
Just
wrong,
go
when you
with
say something
black
I
wrong,
could.
man. Don't
you say
I know
something,
the
stop
say
good
sending
that
something,
is
say
bean
done for
pies
something,
and
me.
final calls.
something.
Use your
It's
brain.
done a lot
If
of
you
Stop
stuff
sit
for
there
sending
me.
bean
justifying,
calls.
if you justifying the
That's for
fact that y'all
8-year-olds.
all
Selling
you
bean
cut
pies
you
and
cut me
final
off.
calls is for
If you
8-year-old
don't, if you're
children.
not taking these young men and taking interest in them and saying, look, you need trades, you need skills, and you taking
We're
interest, and
doing
you can
it.
take interest in us,
because we
right?
don't
Having a
I
necessarily
keep
say
paper
we
and
from the
selling a
Nation of
paper,
Islam. We're not doing it.
distributing a paper,
I keep saying you
that's doing
talking
it.
about something you don't know because you wasn't in there. I was in there. I
Massa,
know what I'm
let
talking
me
about.
ask
You
you a
If
weren't in
I
there,
question,
told
so
you
I
who
know
Massa.
I
that.
was,
Massa,
brother,
All right,
you would
Massa,
we're
flip
gonna
You
out
do
if
one
I
mic at
told
a
you who I
time.
Massa.
really
Give me
was.
your
One mic, one mic,
Give me
one
your
who
mic,
you
one
top
really
mic,
is. Who you
five.
supposed to
one mic,
be?
Yo,
one mic,
Massa,
one mic.
Massa. Give me your top five most important or influential black leaders or black men over the last 200-300 years. Give me your top five.
I got one man. Is the top Marcus Garvey. He didn't take advantage of
Okay,
the people. He was sincere. He did.
that's
In
one.
fact, he didn't.
That's solid.
He, when
That's a
he,
solid number one.
I,
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop stopping Garvey because Garvey's then
Okay,
Garvey
but
was the
you're not
best.
gonna.
Gar,
But you're gonna give.
Garvey.
You're gonna give Garvey a pass. But he couldn't. He couldn't even civilize Jamaica. He had to come to America to civilize.
Okay.
And we the one made him.
Elijah Muhammad didn't set fire to America. What are you talking about?
No, Elijah Muhammad from
Yeah,
America.
yeah,
You know, he didn't civilize
but
America. What are
look,
you talking about?
Elijah
Yes,
Poole.
he did civilize
Oh,
But
no,
America.
he
look,
did.
yes,
No,
he
he
did.
didn't. No,
He's
how? Where? Where?
look. Here's
Chicago
what
right now?
Elijah.
The
Here's
murder,
here's what
Nah.
murder
Elijah. Let
capital
me
of the
tell you.
world.
Here's what
The murder
Elijah.
capital of the
Here's
world.
what
The murder
Elijah
capital of the
Muhammad
world.
did. Here's hold on. Here's what Elijah Muhammad did. Although his version of Islam was not the
Orthodox.
mainstream version, he did. Yeah, it wasn't orthodox. Thank you. He
Mhm.
did introduce a dumb, deaf, and blind people at least to the path of becoming better men and better women.
Right.
You had a lot of black women who were out there selling their bodies. A lot of black men who was promoting them selling their bodies. You had a lot of black men and women who were alcoholics and on a lot of all
Listen,
of the
no question
narcotics.
about
Hold on, let
no
me just
question.
finish this. So all of these people thought that life was okay until Elijah Muhammad put the word in their ear and changed them lives. You wouldn't have heard of a Malcolm X if it wasn't for Elijah Muhammad. You wouldn't
Right.
have heard of a
True.
Muhammad Ali. You wouldn't have heard of a Muhammad Ali if it wasn't for Elijah Muhammad. You know,
True.
we wouldn't have heard of a Farrakhan. So you got to get
True.
him in some of his
No,
credit.
listen. As far not this is what I'm
And
saying.
his plans still work today.
Hold on for a second.
And it
First of all,
still works today.
if you give credit, he did clean black people up. He did some good things for the community. However, if you don't
And that's
look at
what we're
it,
balancing.
if you don't
Go ahead.
look at it to say how do we correct it, so
Mm,
history don't repeat itself. It also
Let me
religions
tell you.
dictate. Well, why you cutting me off?
mm.
Damn.
I'm not trying
So,
to cut you off, brother. I'm sorry. I'm
all right.
sorry.
It also is religious dictatorship, and he lied. There a lot of lying. He lied to make himself a god. People worshipped him. That's another thing
I
that's
He
want. I
never
right.
want.
said he was a god. He never told anybody he
I
was a
s-
god.
Let me
That's
tell you
you
yes,
can't
he,
do
something.
yes,
that.
yes,
Don't
he,
do that.
yes, he,
Don't
Let me
do
yes,
tell
he
that.
you
did.
something.
Yes, he did.
Don't do that.
Yes, he
He
What
did
did.
say,
say that.
Yes,
brother?
he
He
did.
didn't.
Bard was
Yes,
supposed
he
to
did.
be
He
Yes,
didn't.
Say,
yes, he
supposed to
brother.
did say
be
that.
God
He
in the
No,
didn't.
he didn't
flesh.
say. He didn't say that. He was a God. He said all
Yes,
of
he
us are
did.
God.
Yes, he did.
He said
Okay,
all of
so
us
all
are
No,
right
God.
God
then.
is in
Okay
us.
then.
That's in the Bible
God is
too.
we
All
we
That's
are
right,
that's
God's
in the Bible
people.
too.
Yeah,
okay,
he
all
made
right,
a
all
That's
right.
in the
So,
Christian. He
all
Bible
tried
right,
to
too.
make a
tell me
Christian
all
version of
y'all don't know
Islam.
what the fuck y'all talking about. What does it say?
Okay,
I'm
Who's the
let me
telling
original?
you
tell
the
you
Who's
what
the
I.
real.
original
It's in
man?
the Bible too
Can
that
I
ye are
say this
Who is the
God.
question?
original? Oh, no. You can't say you can't ask this question. Shut the fuck up. Who is the original man?
Man, come on. The
His name
original
is
Who's the
man is
original
a
Cade.
black
man?
man.
It
Who?
was
The
the
Say the
original
original.
rest
man
of it.
is
Black
the
man.
Asiatic black man,
Say the
the
rest of
maker,
it.
the owner, the cream of the planet Earth,
And what
God of the
else?
universe.
All right then. So he did say he was a god.
Yeah.
Well, we always
And
knew this.
But see,
they
here's
Father
the
worshipped him.
thing:
Allah, you
if
ain't you
he
not
hadn't
hearing
said that
nothing.
to us,
Father
we
Allah,
wouldn't know it.
Father
That's the
Allah went
balance
out of
of it. We
And
wouldn't
we
know it
couldn't
again,
if
tell
he hadn't said
you're
it.
not listening. You're
Nobody
not
else is
listening.
saying it.
You're
You're
not
not
listening to what I'm
listening.
saying. You're not
Nobody is
listening.
saying it.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm saying
Well, you got muted, Monsa. Wait, did you put me on a
It's
timer?
your,
Yeah,
yeah, you up there.
everybody's gonna get 3 minutes to talk.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that Fard gentleman said that he was God in the flesh, and then was it Elijah Muhammad that was supposed to be like the messenger? It's a Christian version of Islam, I guess, but it's not Islam. That's all I'm gonna say. Because God's not going to become his creation. No Muslim believes that.
Two, you want to say anything? It's your time. I'm gonna skip you.
Your turn, Masa.
Go ahead, Monsa.
I think you're muted, Masa.
Monsa.
He might not realize he muted.
Yeah, y'all muted me the whole time. I was trying to talk.
Yeah, the he put us on timers.
Okay, well, because I didn't get a chance to say anything.
You're gonna, I think.
You
Oh,
got
you,
2 minutes and
okay.
30 seconds right now. Go ahead,
All right,
preach.
all right, all right. First of all, no one can deny the good things that the man did. If you don't look at things from objective to perspective, what we went wrong, we went wrong, because it was religious dictatorship. He couldn't be corrected. You cannot tell people they can't fornicate, they can't commit adultery, but you just screwing everything you can screw. You get 9 and 10 women pregnant, not taking care of them. You know what I'm saying? But yet others do the same thing. They put out humiliated, beaten up. That's not right. Also, when someone disagrees with you and says you're wrong, then now you seek to kill them. That's wrong. That's what's wrong. So you have to look at where they went wrong, how they went wrong. So now you can correct it. So now this doesn't happen again. No, we don't need religious dictators. This is why Marcus Garvey said race first. So if I start with good intentions, I got a powerful movement. It don't give me a right to abuse the members, mistreat them, unalive people. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. What are we talking about?
True.
So you can't you have to look at where they went wrong. So now we still have to look at this. We still got to deal with these idiots like Tariq Nasheed. We still got to deal with all these people taking advantage of black people. We have to analyze what went wrong. So now we correct it. So now, yes, you can be inspirational. You can help lead out people. You start going astray, start getting 9 women pregnant. So this reason you want to have them killed. We can't have that. How powerful
We
we could have
can't.
been if Malcolm was still alive, and
You're right.
he did order the assassination of Malcolm X. That was wrong. You know what I'm saying? That was wrong. Farrakhan is a very brilliant speaker, but he's wrong. He's wrong. So first of all, participate in unaliving of Malcolm X. The way he did Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad was wrong. So you have to look at those things. And, although you can applaud the good, but you also got to look at the bad as well. Don't take up for the bad as if it didn't exist. That's what y'all do. Yes, we know Elijah Muhammad was a very powerful man, brilliant. He did a good job of cleaning black people up, but then he also became corrupted by his own power, became corrupted, and that's not right. That he was corrupted and was getting all them girls pregnant, and then didn't take care of them. They put in the newspaper they were whores, prostitutes. You know what I'm saying? He got them pregnant and made them, bear all of the pressure. As if they were the only ones they got pregnant by themselves. That wasn't right. Different than a nigga on the street that gets a young lady pregnant and don't want to take care of the child. That was wrong what he did. That wasn't right. So you got to look at that for what it is and tell the truth. Although you can again applaud the good, but also recognize the bad. Y'all don't want to recognize the bad. So you're right.
Okay,
That's how we
brother.
can make it better. Yeah.
May I answer your question? Even whatever we do within our black community, that's our business. We don't air out our business to the world.
True. We don't put
Was
the
the Nation of
dirty out on.
Islam funded by white
We don't
people?
do that.
It was
We
funded
handle
by
We
white
gotta
people.
clean. We gotta just put the clean laundry out. Let's put the clean laundry out.
It was funded by white
Absolutely.
people.
Because it's none of their business. Whatever Malcolm X shouldn't have went to them.
Wait, no. Elijah Muhammad went to
He
people
shouldn't have
first.
done what?
No.
Yes, he did.
Never turned against his people. He never went up there and talked about Malcolm X and called him all kind of names. And this is allowed. Polygamy is allowed in Islam. It's allowed in Christianity. If you really want to break
Preach.
that down.
If you really want to break that down.
It's not allowed in Nation of Islam.
Yes,
Allowed
it
nation.
is.
No, it's not. You
Yeah,
don't
it
know what the fuck
is.
you're
It's
talking
under
about.
it's under
Islam.
Yes,
Brother,
it is.
it's
brother.
under all the Islamic rules.
Let me tell you something.
Every
Malcolm X is
you
Malcolm X.
can marry up to
Hold
4
on.
wives as long as
Not
you
in
can treat
not
them
in Nation
equally
not in
and
Nation of Islam. You
justly.
cannot.
If you could marry up to 4 wives,
Trust me. 4
Brother,
wives
if you
as
could,
long as
if
you
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 treat
don't
them
know
equal,
what the
equally and
fuck you
justly.
talking about. The Nation of
That's what
Islam
I'm
is not
saying.
allowed
You
know
that.
don't
what
know
I'm
what you're
talking about.
talking about.
No,
You
I do
use
know
a
what I'm talking
foul
about.
language because you cannot say another word without the F word.
Brother, I
So
said you
we
talking about
know
the
you're.
nation. The Nation of Islam does
You
not
can't talk
allow you
about
to
the
have that.
nation.
I said
Whatever
the
the
nation is
nation do
not
is within our nation.
the
You airing
nation.
out things that
The,
you
the,
giving an
Why
enemy
you
a
talking?
stick to beat you with, bro.
You sound stupid.
You
The Nation of Islam.
giving
I mean,
your
okay,
slave
bro.
master a stick
How much you
to
want to
beat
bet,
you
brother?
with.
How much you want to bet, bro? How much you want to bet? We can
Hold
call the
on, but
mosque
Monster,
You
it's
tomorrow.
can
not your
look
I
time
at
to
mean,
speak though.
brother,
You
I'm
had
sorry,
excuse
nobody
sir. I
me,
don't
interrupted you.
gamble.
excuse me.
Let two
Nation of
agendas finish.
the Nation of Islam only permits one wife. I just wanted to make sure you know
that's
that.
not the
You can look
truth.
it
True.
up.
That is the
You can look
truth.
it up.
It's
It
not
is
the
true.
truth.
Listen,
The
Look it
You're
up.
truth is
hey,
confusing.
can I
Islam,
stop?
You're
the Nation of
confusing.
Listen,
Islam
we
is
can
Sir,
call.
us.
sir, you're
We
Period.
can
confusing Sunni
we can
Islam
call.
She's
and
Nation of
right.
Nation of
Islam
She's
is
right.
Islam,
us.
sir.
The
The
You're
law,
confusing.
Nation of
You're
Islam is
the
not
confusing
tribe
allowed.
of Shabazz.
Orthodox
The
Listen, let
Islam
me
and
tell
tribe
you
of
Nation of
something.
Shabazz is
Islam.
right here in America.
Malcolm X's brother.
But when it comes down to
Malcolm X.
Islamic law, Nation of Islam follow
Malcolm
the
X's
same
brother.
laws that all
Brother,
Muslims
you
are
ignorant.
supposed
Monster,
to
let him
follow.
finish. Let him
Brother, you
finish,
ignorant.
Monster, because it's his turn to talk. Let him finish.
The Nation of Islam only allows one wife. You cannot have 4 wives. If you got called in the Nation of Islam fornicating or having any other wife, it puts you out in there, march up in front of all the
What's happened
believers.
to you as a
Monster,
Christian, Mr. Christian?
it was
What
his
happened to
turn to
you?
That's true.
two agendas time.
They will put you out the Nation of Islam. They catch you.
You
They put
believe
you
in
out.
your slave master's religion, and you think we're supposed to only
I don't believe in no slave master religion. I said
Just,
yes, you
I said,
do.
just stick to
bro,
facts, sir.
brother,
Just stick to
I'm trying to
facts.
explain something to you instead of you acting all
No,
ignorant.
you
I'm trying.
Christians, y'all kill,
I ain't no
y'all
goddamn
kill
Christian.
me.
What you talking about? I said, brother, in the Nation of Islam, let me explain something to you. You don't know.
What you
Fornication,
gonna tell me if I
adultery.
don't know?
Monza, you should only argue with people that can stick to facts. Sorry, you're wasting your time.
That do make
Again,
sense. That makes a lot of sense.
again, in the Nation of Islam, if you got caught
It's
fornicating and
Chad's
committed
turn to
adultery,
speak, though.
you got 1 to 5 years class F out of the Nation of Islam. They will march you in front of believers, and no one could talk to
Man,
you or socialize that.
let me tell you something.
That's
That's your
cool.
That
I
happens.
think
5%
that's a
Let
good
stage.
Chad
thing.
speak. It's
That's
Chad's
your
turn to go, though.
5% stage, and I'm gonna.
I think that aspect of familyhood and understanding of nation building is ideal and it is warranted because we are a group of people who did not do that. At first, they used to have one guy that was called a buck when we were in our situation. He would bring that one out there and he would have relations with all of the women, regardless if they were his relatives or it's not his relatives. That situation has to come to an end. And the way that we keep it from coming back into the situation of what we're trying to do, which is to get out of this situation, is to move towards nationhood. And those laws were put in place to keep us from going back into that situation. We don't want that situation again. I hope we don't. I know I don't. My intentions are to meet one woman and to treat her with all I have to. Although I could have four, I don't want four. I just want one. And I want to give her 100% all of what I can give her. So help me God. If I can't, then I might not want to deal with her, because whatever we put out here, it has to produce, because we have been instructed to produce. The goal for all of us on even on the panel, we have to come with truth and honesty. We can't come with our personal unconceived and realized or unrealized conditions on how we feel about something. We got to come with law, because the reality is our children will be listening or looking at us by the way we act and the way we speak. It is imperative for us to do the best that we can to let them know that this is the example of what we understand so far. You can take it further if you have discernment that I'm giving you now. If we can't do that, we need to sit down. I land my plane.
What did that have to do with what's sanctioned?
Oh, my bad. I was on mute. I was just saying, I was just showing y'all the nice blue sky out here in Pattaya,
It's
Thailand,
very
real quick.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's
I've
nice.
been there
But
when I
what
was
I
in the
want,
Navy. I was there.
so you know what's up.
I
Beautiful
like
place, good
Phuket
people.
better. Phuket
Yeah,
Phuket is just awesome, man.
yeah, Phuket is nice too. I might be going there next week. But what I wanted to say about the whole, I don't know how we ended up over on this topic, but the NOI, I think they did some very good things for Black Americans, because a lot of Black Americans just, we was living foul in those days. Even today, I think the NOI could do some good. But one thing, the NOI is not over the real Orthodox Islam. So a man it is allowable for a man to marry up to 4 wives, as long as he could treat them equally and justly and
Are you talking
fairly.
about
True.
You
Islam? Or
know,
are you talking about NOI?
huh? No,
She's
I'm
talking
saying
about
both of them.
the Arab Islam.
Yeah.
There's only one
Anybody that
Islam,
thinks
sir.
about Islam, they think
There's
about
only
Arab.
But
one Islam, sir.
You're
yeah,
so blinded by your you're so
the
blinded
real
by your
Islam,
emotions, bro. No, wait a minute, bro. You blind by your
the
emotions,
real.
brother.
Hold
You
on,
you
let me
blind
finish, y'all.
blind you
It's
blind
my
by your
time. It's
emotions.
my time to talk. I
You
didn't
blinded
cut
by
you
your
off, brother. I didn't
King
cut you
Tether
off.
is on
I
top.
didn't cut you off. Yeah, so I'm just saying that there's a lot of people who didn't know about the real Orthodox Islam, the one that started over 1600 years ago in the desert, where you had the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. A lot of brothers in the United States didn't know about that, but when they heard about the NOI, that was their first taste of it. And you
Right.
gotta remember, you gotta remember, it wasn't gonna be perfect. Elijah Muhammad wasn't gonna be perfect, but he was still a messenger. So it's one of those things where you don't necessarily uh don't pay attention to the messenger, pay more attention to the message. And what he was saying was absolutely correct, and it was what Black people in America needed at that time. You know what I'm saying? So uh, I don't want to say nothing. I would never say nothing bad about the NOI or about Elijah Muhammad, about Malcolm X, or about uh, Minister Farrakhan, because they put in more work than most of the people that are just sitting on their hands not doing nothing. So you know,
I
uh,
agree.
yeah, I have nothing but good things to say about them, and I think that if this generation would listen to those kind of messages, we would be in a much better position, much better situation.
I agree.
Um, I just want to say, Nation of Islam started with deception. That's why, what's his name? Muhammad changed his name to Muhammad. Started with Ward. in order to be a Muslim, you have to be able to say your Shahada. And that's why he made Muhammad his last name. He wanted to be a messenger. His name was never Muhammad. He changed it to Muhammad. That's deception. And they did not sanction 4 wives. They were only permitted 1 wife, and Elijah Muhammad was an exception. It's not a version of Islam.
No,
It's
no,
something
you
else.
missing the.
It's not
I
the
think you
point. Listen,
missed the.
it's,
Yeah, yeah.
She's missing the
You need
point.
to go study about Bilal.
I know about Bilal, okay? Okay? I know who Bilal was.
The
Like
fuck
the
Bilal
he,
got to do with this?
yeah,
Bilal is one of
exactly.
the prominent blacks. He used to sing for.
He
What
didn't
does
know. It's
Bilal?
not saying he didn't
He
sing,
sung for the
okay?
prayer.
He didn't sing, okay? That
He
was the
did
call to
Adhan.
prayer. It was a call to prayer.
What Bilal
It
got to do
Same
with
thing.
this?
has
What Bilal
nothing to
got to do with that?
do.
What
Oh
she
my
talking
God, that's so
about?
disrespectful. Anyway,
No.
I'm done.
Bilal was a good. They say
Bilal
he used
got
to be
Bilal
a
got nothing to
slave.
do with that. Is it
It
my
has
turn now,
everything to do
Vibes?
with it
It's
because
my turn,
it's
Vibes.
your mind frame. It's your mind frame. It's the same. It's that same man-made material thing. Islam is about peace, so it don't matter about nothing else. It doesn't matter how you get it, or it wouldn't be no Sunni or Shiite. It
What?
wouldn't be
Listen,
no. There
Sunni and
wouldn't.
Shia is a political
Everybody is
thing.
seeing
It's
it
a
different.
Hey,
political
Everybody
thing,
is seeing,
sir.
but the
trouble.
people have
Inbox
problem
me,
with the
trouble.
Nation of Islam
Sure,
because we might see
You
Islam
heard me,
different.
trouble. You heard me,
sure,
trouble.
I'll do that. Yes, I did.
Yeah, inbox. All right, yeah. But anyway, again, like I said,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
where y'all.
we see Islam different. Go talk to
Listen, what, regardless of
go
how you
talk to
see
the
Islam,
Shiites. Go talk to the Sunnis.
I
Go
know, I
talk
am
to the
Sunni.
Sufis
Sir,
and
it's
tell
respectfully,
not
them
I am
about.
who they
Sunni.
are.
I am Sunni, sir.
Again,
I don't need to go
this
talk to
what
a
y'all.
Sunni. I am a
This what
Sunni.
you're saying. If you're saying that everybody in your organization, if you get listen to what I'm saying, y'all. That's why y'all sound so stupid. If you're in an organization and you say anybody who is caught commit adultery or fornication
It
is
doesn't matter. That's
humiliating.
man made.
But bro,
See,
I'm saying,
you talking silliness.
bro, you talking silly. You not even
You're
let me
talking
finish.
silliness
If
because it
Elijah
He's
don't make
Muhammad,
basically
sense
saying
of something
he's
that
saying
don't make
that
sense.
Elijah was a hypocrite. He's trying
He
to
was.
say
And he
basically
wasn't a
Elijah was a
hypocrite.
hypocrite, where
he was.
No,
do
no,
as I
your
say and
granddaddy
don't
was
do
a
as I do.
hypocrite.
Your mama
Your
That's
was a
what he's
granddad was a
hypocrite.
saying.
hypocrite when he had a
Your
whole
mama,
family across the
your
street
mama
over
was a
there.
hypocrite.
And
Your
when he
mama,
had
na-
a
your
he
mama,
had
your
a
mama,
whole
your
No.
family
mama,
across.
your
Hey
mama named
family.
My
Frank.
Hey
granddaddy
fam,
was a
fam.
hypocrite, and they were
Your mama
Christians.
named
Chill,
Frank.
fam.
Your mama
They were
named your mama.
they were
Everybody's been
Christians. They
hypocritical
are
before.
hypocrites.
Everybody.
Yeah, you got to stop this, brother, and stop attacking us and see what the big picture is. They're trying to separate us. Islam is Islam. Christianity is Christianity, but yet people are going to be Presbyterians. They're going to be Baptists. They're going to
Oh
be
Lord.
all of this stuff within this religion. But then the nation of Islam, they some dirty people because they ain't Sunni, Shiite, or Sufi. They some
What?
dirty people.
Sufis are Sunnis. Sufis are Sunnis. Sir, you need to learn before you speak.
I know, you don't know.
True.
Sufi is coming up under Egyptian rules.
No, Sufi. No, we have. So Somalia is predominantly Sufi, sir. I'm a Somali, and our
Yeah,
country is
yeah.
predominantly Sufi, sir, who are Sunnis.
So how do you don't know nothing about the
I
Nation of
know,
Islam?
sir. You're the one who doesn't know, sir.
You don't, because you
When
know why?
Prophet Muhammad was still
You were
alive, we were
part of the
Muslims,
first
sir.
Hajj. You was a part of the first
Sir,
Hajj. You was a
sir.
part of the first Hajj that made it to Ethiopia when he sent them to a Christian
You mean
nation.
Hijra? You mean Hijra? Sir,
You can say Hijra.
it's not Hajj. It's
I'm not trying to
Hijra.
be a man. I'm not no
Hijra.
Arab. I ain't no Arab.
I'm not an Arab either, sir. I'm an African.
No. You know you're Arab influence.
No, I'm not influenced by
You
Arabs.
know
I have
what?
my language. I have
Prophet
my
Muhammad
culture.
sent them on there on
You
the
are
first.
very confused, sir.
When he sent them
You are
over there in the
confused,
first,
sir.
and he sent them straight to the Christian nation because the other tribe was trying to knock.
You're talking about King Negus? Sir, I know about this. I don't know why it would has anything to do with what we're talking about.
Here's the issue right here. Here's the issue. What I'm saying, if you have it in your organization or your nation's rules, anybody caught committing adultery or fornication, they're put out 1 to 5 years. He got all them girls pregnant. They put the women out of the nation, put in the newspaper they were prostitutes and whores. He wasn't taking care of the baby. That's what's wrong. That was wrong. If you can't admit that was wrong, and yes,
That's
again,
wrong.
apply that happened. And then I can show you the Muhammad Speaks newspaper articles where he actually called women. He got pregnant. He called them whores and prostitutes, and he wasn't taking care of them. That's what upset Malcolm. Malcolm said that.
Wait, were they whores and prostitutes before they got to the
No,
nation,
no,
or
they were not. No, they were
because
not. No, they were
do you
not.
know that for a fact? Do
Yes,
you
I know
know
that.
that for a
We
fact?
Ishmael's mother,
How, no,
Ishmael Muhammad's mother.
but yeah, but
I
that
know
don't
it,
mean that just because the parents didn't know.
bro. What did I do? What did I do? If you get them pregnant and you don't take care of the
It's,
babies,
He
they
did
can't
take
take
care
care
of the
of.
babies. What are you
No,
talking about?
he did not, bro. That's why they have attorney suit against them. They put
hey,
him out
this
the
is my
nation.
point here.
Wait, bro, let me finish. It's in the Muhammad Speaks newspaper. We call women whores and prostitutes, and he wasn't taking care of it. That's wrong. That's it. I don't know.
Wait. You
If
said he
that's
put
your
that in
wife,
his
whose
own
kids is
Listen,
this?
newspaper.
even you being worse. Even those who are Christians recognize David as a prophet, but David took the man's wife and had sex with that man's wife and put the man in the front line. The Bible says wrong. We just saying the action. He did some good things, but also look at some of the things he did was bad, and so this don't happen again. What's so hard about that? Why are you taking
Again,
up for
your
something that's wrong?
Christianity, what David did. Your
I'm
Christianity.
just giving you an example. I'm saying if you get the women pregnant, you're not taking care. That's wrong, brother. What are you talking about?
That is wrong. That's wrong.
That's all we
Get the
saying
woman
is
pregnant and not take care of the child. That's
that's
wrong.
all we saying that those things are
That is
wrong.
wrong. I agree.
All right, that's it. Okay, that happened.
It didn't
That happened.
happen. It
It
didn't
did
happen.
happen, bro.
That was
Brother, I
his
can show
wife.
you,
He was not married under the
bro.
white tea people's
Let me tell you.
society.
He said
They don't have.
he never said he had no other wives. He never said that. He said I don't have no other wives. He said the women were lying. They were whores and prostitutes. That's what he said.
Here,
It's in the Muhammad
here's
Speaks newspaper.
here's the
Who
point.
you
I
Can
can
I
can
show
look
it
ask
to
you
at
you.
your
this?
wife as
Can
your
I ask
wife
you a question?
and take
Can I
care of her.
ask? Hey, brother, Mansa, let me ask you this. In Islam, is a man allowed to marry more than one woman?
Yes, but we're not talking about that.
Okay. That's
I'm
it.
And
saying.
That's
is
all.
Nation of
Okay,
Islam?
I'm saying
No.
you saying that nobody else could do that but him. He only got one woman pregnant, then he didn't admit that shit. It was wrong. You saying they
No,
can't
it's
do it?
not the
Well,
truth. We all could have. You got to accept
He could.
responsibility of
You
your
could. Man,
wives.
they put you out. You did that
You
then.
cannot go to
If
your
you
white tea master and go get married because
let me tell you
when a
something. In the
divorce
nation,
happens, you got to
bro,
go
you
to him to
ignorant,
get a
bro.
divorce.
You are so fucking ignorant. I said in the nation
No,
Islam.
you know you ignorant. You
No,
know
you
you
ignorant.
ignorant.
You just talking.
hey, can I say this? Hey, brothers. Let me say this. Hey, brothers, let me say this. First of all, I think
I'll be honest to say I can't hear you right now.
bad. Somebody keep muting me. What I was saying is that at the end of the day,
Wait.
we all family. Hold
Wait a
on,
second.
why you cut me off, bro?
Because you cut me off. I was still talking. Elijah was brilliant. He did have good businesses. Did some good things. But you don't admit the wrong that he did, so we don't make them same mistakes. That's it.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
You can't sit there and try to justify. Oh, he did some good things. Shit, a lot of people did good things. We don't mean they turn into a tyrant later.
We
There's some
agree
African
with
leaders
you
that
No,
did
about
did
that.
this was the point. This was the point
We
that I was
agree with
making.
you,
First of
but
First
it's
of all,
not
I
the
think we
truth.
all
It
I
is the
think we
truth.
all I think none of us on here are really beefing with each other. You know, we respect each other. But what my point about the NOI and Elijah Muhammad was, I'm not saying that it was the end all be all. I'm just saying that it was a good thing. And what he
Okay,
did was
some of it was
what
good.
is good.
Some of it was good. Some
Yeah.
was good. Some was bad.
I
That's
think
it.
most of it
Can
I
I
think
ask
it's the
you?
best thing that we
Not
have ever
most of it.
had.
Can I
It's
ask
the best
No, it
thing
wasn't.
that
It's
we've
not the
ever
best
had.
thing. It's
Master?
not
I
the
It
want to
best thing
had
ask
to
we
you
ever
be.
this.
had.
What
Not the
else?
best thing.
What else was better
The
Master, I want to
UNIA
in
program was
America?
the right program.
You
Master,
said
I want to ask you
what
this.
The
program?
UNIA program was the right program.
Never even heard
I
of it.
agree.
Master,
You never
I'm
heard of
tapping
Marcus
trying to
Garvey?
get the loves up, but Master, I want to ask you
Oh yeah.
this. I want to ask you something, and you be honest with me. Have you ever been in love with two women?
Bro, we're not talking about that. God damn, are you crazy? You've been
It's a
drinking. You
I
simple
am
didn't.
question.
asking.
Simple question.
I'm not trying to say the fact of the matter. If you're
No,
saying,
it's
as
a
the leader
simple
of Nation of
question.
Islam, you cannot do this, and you putting people
Why
out for
you
doing
can't?
that,
If you love two women and you want to see these women,
ask
you want to
him.
give them the
He
world.
said you couldn't do it. Nobody
No,
else
no,
can
you
do
gotta
it.
treat these
Well,
women with the utmost respect. That
Bro, you
means they
just,
can't
bro.
miss
I'm
nothing.
not. Don't just. I'm not talking. Don't ask me no questions, bro. You act
look, I
like you
Okay, so
stupid. You don't understand.
you ain't never been in love with
We're
two
not
women at
talking
one
about
You
time.
that. What
gotta,
I
you
said.
gotta, you gotta leave the argument, Masa. Some people are being listened. Some people
What I said is that if you're condemning everybody else for doing this, putting them out
right.
the nation, they got their ass beat for doing that. They got whooped for doing that in the nation.
Yeah, you better not be going to sleep with that sister. You ain't responsible. She's sitting up there begging to pay for her
No,
bills.
if you had
No, that's
anyone,
your wife, man. You better be at home. Then you just got to
if
do
you
some
had
extra work.
if you
He's
had other
missing.
wives
He's
and
missing the
anything in the
point.
nation of Islam, you were put out.
Mm-mm. No, most
You were
men
put out.
had other women.
No, they did not, bro. Bro, you don't know nothing
Yes, they
about the nation
did.
of Islam, bro.
Malcolm X was one of the
Just stop.
biggest put it in my pocket men on the planet. Do you
No,
hear
he
me?
was not.
Elijah was the exception.
No, he was not. No, he was
Malcolm
not. Where you get
X
that from? No, he was
Malcolm
not. No,
X
he was
was
not.
one
You
of the
lying,
biggest
brother.
PIMPs.
No,
Put it in my
he was
pocket.
not. No, he was. No, he was
That
yeah,
not.
sat
What?
you down and you stopped
Malcolm
giving
started
away your
off as a
stuff for
pimp.
free.
Malcolm. Once Malcolm got in the
Make
nation,
Well,
he
that
did
see,
man
not
it
marry
have
was
you.
any
Malcolm Little at
extramarital
that
affairs.
time
He was
when
true
he
to
did that.
Betty.
Make
That's a
that
He
no
man
wasn't
no.
marry
Malcolm
you.
X when he did that. He
Malcolm X.
wasn't
Malcolm
Malcolm
X did,
X when he was a pimp.
that's what I was, that's what I was saying, Malcolm, because Malcolm, and women throwing at him, he never did no fornication or adultery. He
But
stayed
he
true to his
cleaned his
wife.
life up.
No, he still had
All
his
right then. So he
HOs.
lied, but
He still had his HOs. If he
no, he
wanted to
did,
hit the
bro.
street
Shut the
again,
fuck up, man.
if
Why
he
are you
wanted to hit the street
slandering that
again,
man?
Red
Stop
I'm
lying, bro.
Fox,
I'm
Stop,
gonna
him and
stop,
Red
disagree
stop,
with
Fox
you
was
on
best
that
stop
friends.
too.
lying.
Malcolm
Hey,
X and Red Fox was best
Stop.
friends.
nah,
Okay?
I gotta
Yeah,
disagree with
yeah.
you
No, they
on
weren't.
that,
No, they were
Malcolm
not
fam.
best
Red
friends.
and Red Fox was best friends.
Maybe back in the day
No,
when he was Detroit Red, but
Yeah,
I'm
but them
talking. But
women don't never leave. If he wanted to go and tell them to come Muslims, they coming to
but he
Muslims.
did. He didn't do that, bro.
Yeah, he
here,
did it.
No, bro. Where you get that
He
from? Show
sat in
me that.
his
Show me that.
prison.
I
He,
can't speak on
Show,
that. I
show,
wasn't even born, so I can't
show me
speak
that.
on that.
That's not true. You just, bro. You just talking ignorant, bro. You just saying anything. Just talking to hear yourself talk, ain't you?
no, you just wanna put down the Nation of Islam,
I,
and that's the only reason why you can talk the way you
I
talking
told you
right
this.
now.
I told you the truth about the Nation of Islam. You don't
Man,
know nothing
you
about the
talking
Nation
about
of
the
Islam,
truth that we can have more than one wife, but you cannot be
brother.
playing around.
You don't
Your
know a
head gonna get
fucking
knocked off.
thing.
You gonna get a
You don't know. Yeah.
universal beat down if you go around sleeping
You
with
don't
multiple
know.
sisters and you is not taking
Where you
care of them.
from, bro?
Your head, Texas,
Where you from, bro? Where you from?
Texas, Texas.
I
Yeah,
think
well,
on the
keep
balance
your
of what
keep
good
your
brother's
country
saying,
ass in Texas. You don't know
you
nothing
don't
about
really need that.
nothing
You don't
about it.
have to be in the Nation of Islam to understand that. If you have relations with more than one woman, and as a result, children are brought about from it, you should be duty bound to take care of your own children.
there you
And
And
if
he
go.
you
wasn't doing
can't,
that.
then you
That's what I'm
He
shouldn't be
saying.
wasn't
messing
doing
with
that.
these women.
He wasn't doing that though. He wasn't doing that.
That's what you
That's why
think.
that's why that had paternity was against him.
We
Hey,
don't
they was
really
turning in
know.
so much money into the nation that was pitiful right down the street. Everybody was gangsters under the Nation of Islam. When
Right,
Elijah
right.
But
Muhammad got them,
here's the
they were
thing.
gangsters.
When you're in a
He
state,
made them
when you're in a
civilized
state of
men.
just coming up from slavery, the only name you know is the last name of the slave master. What else could you be? You can't be
Right.
nothing else but somebody who just
But
came up
y'all
from
miss
slavery.
the point.
Let's call it what it
Again,
is. The
y'all
Nation of
you know
Islam did what it was supposed to do. It took us away from a name
Yes.
that is unhonorable.
There you
When
go.
we first
Teach,
came there, when we
brother.
got off the boat, we still had our names. But when we left that name, they beat the name that they gave us to the person that bought us when they put us on the auction block. When they put us on the auction block, the name that the one that bought us, that's the name we took. We don't want to take that name anymore. We should get off of that name. We don't want to go with that name if we're coming into a new world that we all see right now. Because the dollar that we have right now is not backed by the oil because somebody else done bought the oil. So the dollar is just a sheet of paper. It's not gold anymore. In order for them to get some more oil, they got to go over to Venezuela and try to steal that oil from them. The thing of the matter is, we better come together and find out what are we gonna do. The Nation of Islam said we have a plan for you because the situation is where you are right now. They can't do nothing but send you right back to where you were, and where we were is with somebody else's name. And if we have somebody else's name, we got to stay with that person's game. And if that game was for us to be slaves, we have nowhere else to go. We better figure out
Right.
what we're trying to do.
And
We
hey,
we,
and
we
I just
really
want
need
to
to.
I want to say something about that name change thing. The reason why a lot of people who convert to Islam end up changing the name is because the name that you choose, it kind of gives you something to look up to, something to live up
Sir,
to.
sir,
So, like,
True.
he
if you give
changed his name.
somebody
It was
the name,
strategic. It was strategic,
yeah,
sir. It
you're
was
right. Like,
strategic. As
yeah,
Muslims,
sister.
when we take
God
our
damn.
shahada, we
Yes,
proclaim that God is one
there's only
and
one, and
he has a
Muhammad is his
message.
messenger.
Yes,
We
and
know.
he
Yeah.
wanted to be a prophet, and he
Bismillahir
made
Rahman Al Rahim.
and he made
Alhamdulillah
his
Rabbil
name
Alameen.
Muhammad so that shahada would
Yeah.
fit him.
Yes.
True.
So listen to this. Have you ever heard of Muhammad Ali?
Of course. But listen, brother, that's not the same thing.
So no, hold on. What
Muhammad
I'm
Ali
saying
never
is,
claimed to be
God
a
damn, let me
prophet.
finish, please, sis.
No, because
I
you're
understand that,
waffling.
sister. But listen. Muhammad Ali, that's not his original name. His original name was Cassius Clay, right? But the reason why
True.
the reason why they changed his name is because, like you said, when a shahada is made, or when one would join the
Muhammad
Nation of
Ali, that's not why
Islam,
Muhammad Ali changed his name.
he didn't give himself that name. Elijah Muhammad gave him that name. So
Yes, and
what I'm
Elijah
saying is,
Muhammad called himself a prophet.
Oh, you
okay,
don't think
but
he
do you know,
was?
He was a
No, he
but why
was
prophet to
can't,
not.
those
but
people who were
but
slaves.
yeah, he was.
He
He
wasn't
was
a
No,
a
he
prophet
prophet
to
to
wasn't.
the
those
people.
No, he
people.
wasn't. His last
I
name, his name
knew
was
he
Yes.
was,
Ward. His
and
name
that's
was
my
Ward.
point. He
No,
he
but see,
was
His
you're
a
wrong.
prophet.
Ward.
His name was not Ward. His name was not Ward. It was Poole. You don't know what you're talking about, sis. And I
His
Yeah, his
appreciate
name
name
you.
still
was
wasn't
Elijah
Muhammad.
Poole.
His
It still
name was
wasn't
not his
Muhammad.
Elijah
Y'all got
Muhammad's original
bamboozled.
name
You
was
were
Elijah. It
bamboozled.
was Elijah Poole. You don't know what you're talking about. It was Elijah Poole. It
It
was
wasn't
not.
Muhammad though.
Yeah, but you
And he
said his
called
name was
himself a prophet.
Ward.
He
His
called
name was
himself
not
a
Ward. What are
prophet.
you talking? Why are you saying his name
Well,
was
well, well
Ward and his
So
name
sister,
was not
whatever
sister,
Ward?
whatever
I
his
don't
name
think he was a
was, it
prophet for
wasn't
you.
Muhammad. And he
I
called
don't I
himself a
don't think he was a
prophet.
prophet for
Listen,
you. So
He
he
wasn't a
wasn't a
what
prophet
prophet.
we
at all.
what we
Yeah,
all
but look,
understand is that he might not be a prophet for you, but he was a prophet for
right.
us because we had
Thank you.
just came off of the plantation. You
Nobody
weren't
knew
over
about
here
Islam in
telling
the
us
U.S.
anything.
So
He
Okay.
someone so
was.
so
On
he
top
became
of
a
it,
He
prophet because
was.
sister,
He
sister,
was our first
you
image.
turn
Like
around
when
and
you
said
first
you a
wake up
Sufi.
you
and you
guys are
see the sun.
waffling.
That's what we saw.
You
We
said you
didn't
a
Trouble,
see you.
Sufi. You said
trouble.
you a
Hold
We
on.
didn't
Sufi.
see you.
What makes
Hey,
you
hey,
better than
y'all.
a Sunni or
Hey,
I am a
a
Sunni.
Shiite?
I am
What
a
makes you
Sunni.
trouble.
better? What
I'm a
And
makes you
that's
Sunni.
better?
good.
If
What
you
are you
were the
That's
talking about?
first
good.
person, listen, trouble. If you were the first person to teach us about Islam, you would be like a prophet to us. Even though technically you wouldn't call yourself a prophet, we would call you a prophet because you're the deliverer of God's word. So
True.
with
You'd be a
with
messenger
Elijah,
at most.
now you could easily say yes, Elijah Muhammad's name is not mentioned in the Quran or the Bible or anything
Or
like
in the
that.
Shahada.
But the impact that he had on people, the way that he changed people's lives, that's why a lot of people look at him as the messenger, because it wasn't none of us ever met Jesus. None of us ever met the real Muhammad, the original Muhammad Abdullah, peace be upon him. None of us ever met the original Bilal. None of us ever
Right
met
on.
Moses. But we
Right on.
our parents and our grandparents met Elijah Muhammad, and he was like the vessel that brought Islam. Even though it wasn't the pure original Islam, he brought some remnants of Islam to a people who had no idea of what it
Right
was
on.
like to be submissive to a God,
The
you
will
know.
of the
And
will of
it
God.
the will of God, one that told
Hmm.
us, hey, stop drinking
True.
alcohol, stop doing drugs with your women, stop abusing your women. Elijah Muhammad, uh, he packaged that more than anybody else since Marcus Garvey. That's why people call him the prophet. Not saying that you're gonna look in the Quran and
I
find
hear
his
what you're
name,
saying,
but the
sir. I hear
impact
what you're
what he
saying,
had.
sir, but he called himself a prophet.
Okay.
And he
Okay.
made his
What do you
name.
think
I'm not
about the
talking to you,
Sufi and
sir. I'm not
Sunnis?
talking to
But
you,
see,
sir.
the
Please
thing
don't
is,
interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. He called himself a prophet and made himself fit a shahada that already existed. So he may be good for
trouble,
you. He may be good for
trouble,
you. But he was
trouble,
deceiving people. That's what he was doing.
trouble. In our eyes, a group of people who had the understanding that they had somebody else's name. had somebody else's religion, had somebody else's ways, had somebody else's means, couldn't feed for themselves, had to do things to better themselves, it would sound easy for us to say that he wasn't a Christian, yada 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 yada.
Respectfully, he could have done all of those things without elevating himself.
But see, that the thing is that he didn't. He didn't do it your way. He did it the
It's
way
not
that
about.
God
I'm not
showed him
saying
how to
he.
do it.
Anyway,
That's the
this
way he
isn't.
was.
There's
That's
no
the way he
benefit.
was
There's
taught.
listen. There's no benefit in us going back and forth.
We won't. The thing is that
Sir,
you are
all
saying
one.
from your
respectfully,
perspective and your point of view, and
And
we respect your
respectfully,
point of
I
view.
ask you to go.
We
go,
see it.
go. Go.
what do you say?
We see your point of view.
Anyway, I'm not gonna go back and forth.
Respectfully, I ask you to go charge up the Sunnis and the Sufis.
I am a Sunni, sir.
And
I am a Sunni, sir. I've said that to you 4 times now. What are you talking about? And Sunni and Shiite, that's a political thing. That's not a religious thing. It's a political difference. Like, what are you talking about?
Alhamdulillah.
pick on them.
Pick on who? I'm not picking on you. I'm sharing facts with you, sir.
Well, we
Facts.
respect your facts. We do
It's
respect
not.
you.
It's
We
not
do.
my facts. They're
We're
facts
not
in general.
against your facts.
Just like
It's
Monsa
just that
gave you
you have to
facts.
get. You have to come with an understanding, Trouble, that your understanding is from a group. You're talking to a group of people who know something that you don't know, and that's what we're talking about. We hope that you understand what we're talking about,
Sure.
because what we're talking about is that the situation is, if God wants to bring his, or Allah wants to bring his message to a people, who are you
Right.
to say how he does it? You
Right.
can't tell
Right.
him what to do, and
You
we
can't
can't
speak for
tell,
God. You can't speak
It's a
for
fact.
Allah. Like, what are you talking about, sir?
and you can't
Listen, I'm not.
either.
Listen. What I'm
I
telling you.
understand you have facts, Trouble. We
Yeah, facts.
respect your
Exactly.
Still
facts.
Stick to
young.
facts.
We
Stick
do.
to
I
facts.
do.
That man's name was never Mohammed. He changed his name to fit a narrative and elevated himself.
But
I'm not
is that
taking.
illegal?
Listen. I'm not taking anything away from what he did for the community. I'm telling you facts, okay?
What's
And when
your
Mansa
name?
told you,
What's your
I'm
name?
not telling you my name, sir. This is the internet. You're a stranger. What Mansa
No.
tried to tell you is
But you changed your name to fit a
sanctioned
narrative.
Yeah, you
I
change your
didn't
name.
change my
Your
name. What are you
ancestors.
talking about? My name was given to me by my parents. What are you talking about?
Your name is Trouble. Your name is Trouble.
Why would I tell strangers on the internet my name?
I don't want to know your name, but I'm telling
Because
you
you're
You
about
just
not.
your
asked
Because you're
me for
not.
it.
Well. You don't.
Please
You
stick
can
to facts.
tell people
Please
your
stick to
name.
facts. Your name is not King Tether, sir. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, yeah, but I'm not the one
At the end of
saying
the
that it's
day,
wrong for me to give myself a name.
Mansa said he sanctioned things for people and then made himself the exception. That's a weird thing. If you can't see that, I don't know what else to tell you.
It's a weird thing for you to walk around an Islamic name and you're not from Arab.
My name is not Islamic. You don't even know what my name is, sir. You don't know what my name is.
I guarantee you your name is Islamic.
You mean Arabic?
Mariam or something.
What's your
Your name
point?
is Arab. Your name is
You
Arab.
Mary, it's the same thing. Like,
You marry an Arab. You're
what
a
is
Christian.
what does my name have to do with
You're a
anything?
Christian.
Stick to facts, sir.
Well,
Stick to
facts.
facts. You are a Christian. And
I'm
they
not
came
Christian
over
at
there
all.
and took you over.
Nothing
and they
about
made
me
you
is
a Muslim.
Christian. My folks were
Yeah.
never Christian. My country was never Christian. Stick to facts. Like, what the fuck?
well, the
Somali,
point is this.
Djibouti,
I think.
all
Wait,
of
what?
them made
I
y'all
think
Muslim.
no matter
You're emotional, sir.
no matter
You're
who you
emotional.
are, no matter who you are, where you coming from, all religions give something good to the people. No religion is bad. It's the people
Sir,
that are bad.
you cannot say
So
someone who killed
look, let me
people,
finish.
deceived
Look,
people, and started out
well,
lying
well,
are good.
well,
So
well.
it's
Look, like I
so it's
said,
nothing what Prophet Muhammad did
like
in West Africa.
Sir, we're
Knocked out
talking about the
everything, and
fake
Muslims
Muhammad
over
here,
there
the one
went
who
straight
changed
over
his
there.
name to fit a narrative.
yeah. But so okay, let me ask you: are you saying that what he did was all bad? Like what he did for black
I
people
told you
in
very
America
clearly like
is
5 minutes
bad?
ago, what I said very clearly 5 minutes ago. I'm not trying to
I didn't
take
hear
away
you.
from his achievements and what good he did for the community, okay? That two things
Oh,
can
I
be
didn't
true at
hear
the
that.
same time.
Okay, thank
What
you.
I'm saying is
Whatever,
that
cool.
there you need to question when someone is deceptive. Just like Monta said, right? You cannot sanction things for people and then say, I'm the exception, I can do this. You need to think critically.
I don't know if he ever said that. If he
It's
said, "Hey,
true. It's
I can
true.
do this, but
What
you
Monta
can't,"
has been trying to explain to you guys is that in the Nation of Islam, it is only permissible to marry one woman, whereas Elijah was the exception. He could have multiple.
How about Prophet Muhammad?
We're not talking about him right now. I know you
Well,
no,
can't
we
stick to
are. We
facts.
are. He's part of this. Hold on. Prophet Muhammad had more than 4
Nothing.
wives.
Okay, but
Prophet Muhammad married. No, wait, wait, wait,
Listen,
wait,
there's a
wait. No, he
difference
had more
here.
than 4 wives. No, 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 no. He had more
What?
than 4 wives. He had more than 4 wives.
Sir,
Tell me
not
I'm
at a
wrong.
single time, sir.
Tell
What are
me
you
I'm
talking about?
wrong. Tell me I'm
Not
wrong.
at a single time, sir.
How many
You
times
have
did the
to stick
Prophet,
to,
peace be
you have
upon
to,
him, get married?
a Muslim can be married to 4 wives at a time, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know, like, this is not a one up here. He didn't sanction anything for himself and say nobody else could do it. So I don't know why you bringing him up. This is not, you're
Well,
not going to
the
win that.
point was this. No, it's not even an argument. The point was this. You said that
No, it had nothing
in
to
the
do
nation.
with what we were talking
See, you
about.
don't
You
even want
tried to
to.
one up me.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Anyway,
But I'm trying to bring something.
I'm no longer engaged in the conversation. I was just trying to point out to you, like, sometimes you need to see things and think critically.
you know, Prophet Muhammad believed in one
I have
God.
no
Peace be
desire to
up unto his
continue the conversation with you, sir. You brought up my name and all types of other things.
I'm just
You're the
telling you
most
that it started a
irrational
long
person on
time
this
ago
panel.
in East Africa.
This
I'm
is
just telling you the
this
history. It started a
this
long time ago
crazy.
when
You
Prophet
cannot tell me
Muhammad
my own
sent
history.
Muslims.
We
When Muslims
we
sent
all